He's back!
The name's Pikachu, and I'm what you might call a great detective. With my bolts of brilliance, I've solved many mysteries. My partner Harry and I ran into some trouble on a case. Harry suddenly disappeared, and I'd lost all my memories. After that, I was wandering the city when I ran into Tim. Somehow, he could understand what I was saying. Our goals were one and the same. Find Detective Harry, because my missing partner just so happened to be Tim's dad. While we were searching for Harry, we uncovered a series of crimes involving R, a chemical that drove Pokémon berserk. Tim and I managed to solve the case and save Rhyme City. And yet... Harry was still missing. Even now, the two of us are still searching for him. Harry, just where the heck did you go?
Where did he go? I do wonder, man. Let's get into this new game.
And so, to promote an even stronger bond between the people and Pokemon of Rhyme City, I hereby proclaim this day the start of Pokemon Friendship Week. To commemorate this event, we present this award to Tim Goodman and Pikachu, who saved...
Harry!
Pika? Oh, Pikachu, I'm sorry. I guess that's a sign I better wrap this speech up, eh?
Wow. You couldn't have picked a worse time to doze off.
Sorry.
Now then, due to the R incident of 2 years ago, some of our citizens began to doubt Rhyme City's motto, coexistence with Pokemon. So to those of you who were affected, I offer you my deepest sympathies.
What's that?
A Corviknight?
That can't be good.
Oh no, it's coming this way! Sir, follow me!
SP. Uh-oh.
Everyone, get inside right away!
Dang, dude, he angry.
What the heck is going on?
Could it be? Or?
R? Don't think so. Its behavior's different. It's all right. Just calm down.
Oh, he angry boy.
Huh? Pikachu.
Lousy Corviknight! It just made off with my signature hat!
My dad gave you that hat.
Yeah, we gotta get it back.
You know how important that hat is to me? And Corviknight just flew off with it. What a mess. Let's go get it back. What is that? Hey, Tim, over here. Well, time to go. Oh, man.
Whoa!
I'm just realizing there's a lag between the input and actually, you know, moving around. Like, just starting out the move.
Whoa.
Like, I click, and then he goes like, that doesn't feel good, man.
Look, this must be the notebook the mayor dropped.
Okay.
Oh, there's something inside. A family photo? This girl looks familiar. Oh, she's the one who didn't look too happy during the mayor's speech.
That's my classmate, Rachel. She knows a lot about Pokemon.
Huh? Whoa, time out. You know her? Why am I just now learning this?
We should return this notebook to Mayor Myers. Yeah, but first we gotta deal with Corviknight. Right, let's go. Time to go again. What do we do? That's... Oh no, this doesn't look good. Dead boy.
Oh!
Is that Pidove unconscious? Don't touch it. Moving this Pokemon could injure it. Hey, you big guy. What happened to Pikachu? Oh, I'm at a loss. We've tried nothing. Well, I'm at a loss. Nothing we've tried so far is working. Hey, can you even hear me? You, cut your Pikachu's Pika chatter and evacuate the area. The butler.
I don't know.
Clearly you did it. I need to track down Corviknight and get this area evacuated, but I can't leave this... I need to track down this Corviknight and get this area evacuated, but I can't just leave this Pidove here. Hey, what happened? Calm down, Pikachu. To everyone else, you're just saying Pika Pika. I'm the only one who understands what you're saying. Oh, right, sorry. Got a little worked up there, seeing Pidove in a bad shape. Okay, Tim, it's on you. Okay, Tim, it's on you to ask the big guy what went down. Excuse me, what happened here? You're that young detective. Yes, I'm Tim Goodman. This is my partner, Pikachu. Will Butler, Pokemon Protection Bureau, and this Autono is with the police department's rescue squad.
Oh, Dino.
I'll spare you the details right now. We need to help this Pidove. All that wind Corviknight whipped up blew it around and knocked it out. Autono used a move to help Pidove recover, but it still hasn't woke it up.
Oh, Dino.
Chief, no civilian injuries to report at this time. Copy that. Great work. Now, I really should get back to leading the evacuation, but I can't just leave this Pidove here unconscious. You ought to clear out too, young detective. Mr. Butler, let us help you take care of Pidove. We'll find a way to wake it up. Yeah, let a couple great detectives handle this. You? Aren't you a little young to be a detective? This is an emergency situation, one that requires my full attention. Maybe I should let you help. Alright, I'll leave waking up this Pidove to you. I'm counting on you, young detective. Yes, sir. Let's go. Why don't we talk to those other Pidove? Sure, let's give it a shot. There is an awful lot of dialogue just right off the bat. And I just no freedom right now. Hold on a sec, Tim. Before we talk to these guys, there's something I need to tell you. Yeah, what is it? Cases don't just pop up what's convenient for us. Don't gotta tell you that, right? Right. And it's been a good while since our last case. Well, that's true. Yeah, but Tim looks different. So let's hit pause and jog our memories of how we go about investigating a case. We'll do this one by the book, alright? If you say so. This is how it goes. This is how it goes. Tim talks to people, Pikachu talks to Pokemon, work together, boom. Hey, Pidove, can I talk to you? I'm guessing you're pals with the unconscious Pidove. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions? Says her friend's taking a nap and won't wake up, but they really are bird brains. You really love the smell of... Wait, huh? That's gotta do with... You really love the smell of... Wait, huh? What's that got to do with anything? Nice strong aroma makes the sleepy times go away. That's what it's saying. You'd think these Pidove would be more concerned about their unconscious friend instead of chirping about some smell. I'm gathering there's a certain aroma that Pidove are really into. Yes, that's all we're gonna get. Maybe we should question some of the other Pidove around here. I think I'm stuck. I'm a little curious about what that Pidove was saying. Yeah, its friend is unconscious, but all it wanted to talk about was an aroma it likes. Yep, nice strong aroma makes the sleepy times go away. That's all I could get out of it. Aroma, sleepy times, and go away. Wait, what if it was talking about using some kind of scent? And what if that scent can wake up its friend? That's it, Tim. If we can find a strong aroma those Pidove were chirping about, maybe it will wake up their unconscious friend. That's what I'm thinking. It's worth a shot at least. But how are we gonna find a scent like that? There might be some Pokemon who haven't evacuated yet. Maybe we can ask them. Kind of sucks there's no camera, honestly. Also, I know this game is going to be bogged down by its graphics, but it's still a decent game, I think. I say that now, but who knows how that could turn up. You sure this isn't the reason? You sure this could help? Here we have a Zatu.
Yeah.
We got Zatu. I can never tell what it's staring at or what it might be thinking, but that's some sort of Pokemon who probably got all kinds of incredible knowledge. I don't know about that, but let's try asking if it knows anything about how to wake up Pidove. Way ahead of you. Can you hear me? It wants pizza to quiet. It's sunbathing apparently. Hey, maybe you got some suggestions, sir. Hey, maybe you got some suggestions. Okay, whatever. A little jolt from Magnemite here might just what the Pidove needs to wake up. Yeah, you can't use your moves, so you'd have to ask Magnemite to do the jolting for you. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. You know I'd use my moves if I could. Oh, I'll tell you what the problem is. We got a Pidove that won't wake up. I was thinking one of your electric type moves could jolt it awake, though probably as only a last resort. You'd be willing to help us out? Thanks. If all else fails, we hit you up for an electrifying assist. Though that's a super effective move, though. Maybe you have some answers. Aroma? You're aromatisse, aren't you? Wait, are these Pidove surrounding? They started flocking to it as soon as it got here. These Pidove have been following aromatisse around? You're asking it to make a nice aroma? Hurry up, make nice aroma. Padav are really getting on its nerves. Seems like the Padav are all drawn to the scent that Aromatisse emits, which means Aromatisse might be able to help us to wake up the unconscious Padav.
Good thinking, Pikachu. Let's ask if Aromatisse is willing to help us out.
Hey there, Aromatisse, we could use some help. It'll help us out if we can get these Padav to stop following it around. Fair enough, let's talk to Padav. I just hope they understand us.
Have you tried talking to Bird Brains?
Sorry to ask you this, but could you move, somewhere else? Hey, now's not the time to stop and smell the aromas. We're trying to help your friend here. Say, guess what? Pretty soon Aromatisse is gonna go make lots of nice aromas right over there. They're on board with the nice aromas over their plan.
So they'll move great. Aromatisse should be willing to help us out now, right?
It's happy to lend a hand now we got those Padav to move.
Great, let's take Aromatisse back to the square.
They just teleport. Please help, Padav.
All right. Glad that worked.
Oh, he's awake! Wow, Aromatisse's scent is nice.
But it's kind of like a really strong perfume.
I don't get why Padav like it so much. You were a huge help, Aromatisse. Thanks. Excellent work, young detective. That perked Padav right up. I didn't even consider getting help from the other Pokemon in the area. Come to think of it, the police officer was calling this big guy Chief.
I wonder why.
How about you ask him and find out?
About you, Mr. Butler.
I'm chief of the PPB. Say what now? We're an organization dedicated to protecting the Pokemon of Rhyme City, the Pokemon Protection Bureau. So it's like the police, but focused on Pokemon.
I didn't know we had something like that.
The Bureau only recently started its official operations. At that moment, we were borrowing office space at the Rhyme City Police Station and cooperating with the police. We were dispatched to provide security, but, well, just look at what happened. I can't believe a fiasco this big occurred on my watch. It's honestly an embarrassment.
About the Pokemon Protection Bureau.
We were formed 2 years. By the way, young detective, I was watching your investigation earlier and couldn't help but notice were you explaining things to Pikachu?
Huh?
I don't think Pikachu understands what you're telling him though, unless the two of you can...
It's not, I'm not actually talking to him, it's more like getting advice. No, that's not it, it's...
Oh, I get it. You talk to Pikachu to organize your thoughts. Interesting way to form your deductions if you ask me.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, we do understand each other, actually.
That was close. I thought he caught on to us.
Be careful. Usually folks wouldn't believe we can talk to one another. Whoa!
It's back again.
Uh-oh.
Come on, let's chase it down.
Sir.
Oh,
Hey, give me back my hat, would ya?
The chief went after Corviknight in his patrol car.
I bet Corviknight still has my hat. Let's follow it.
Yay!
Those are Pokemon cries. Sounds like they're coming from the direction Corviknight flew off in.
Let's go check it out.
I'm actually starting to understand like just how bad the graphics actually look. It's not pleasing.
Ah.
I mean, this is decent enough right now. It's just basically like the other game, 3DS assets.
Well, how do you like these apples? They're scattered all over the place. What a mess.
So there's an apple in here, and there's apples over here, and there's a apple tree here.
It's dangerous out here, Apple. You should find somewhere that's safe.
That's odd. It doesn't seem like. That's odd. It doesn't seem like it wants to leave.
Let's talk to it.
Let's hear more about this Applin. There's not much in the city, right? Where are we from?
You go to sleep in a wooden crate, and when you wake up, you're always someplace new?
So the apple vendor travels to different locations, and this Applin gets carried along.
The apple vendor probably doesn't know about this Applin.
Something suddenly shook it awake a moment ago. I'll bet it was the Corviknight. Same goes for the crates being toppled over.
I don't see the vendor. They must have evacuated the area.
Well, what exactly happened here?
The wooden crate you shook, you got thrown out, and that's when you realized your friends were missing?
It got separated? Then let's help it. It got separated? Then let's help it find its friends.
Good thinking. How many friends are there? 2? Got it.
Well, there's one over there. We can't just abandon a Pokemon in need of our help.
What kind of great detectives would we be if we didn't lend a helping hand or two along the way?
Did we investigate the fallen apples over there?
I'd be happy to if there wasn't a tree in my way. Something about it seems odd.
It's just an executor. We can't investigate because the tree's in the way. What should we do about it?
Oh, we can't just cut it down.
Exec!
Whoa! This tree's an executor!
Wait, this isn't a Alolan executor?
I never seen one before, so I didn't realize that. What's it doing here in Rhyme City?
Why don't we ask it and get some other questions in while we're at it? We can't investigate until it moves anyway. Hey, Hey, Executor, over here! Look down by your feet!
Eggs. So let's hear about this Executor.
You, Middleist Head! Why are you here? It's been traveling around with the apple vendor.
That explains why it's here in Rhyme City. And what happened here?
Hey,
Right, Head! Corviknight came flying through, and when you tried to dodge it, you bumped it into the fruit stand?
I knew it.
By the way, have you seen a hat? Corviknight took mine. Guess it happened too suddenly for you to tell.
hey,
Left Head, you!
Sorry, but we want
to search those apples scattered behind you. Could you please scooch over a bit?
Oh good, it moved for us.
Now we can investigate the scene.
So we got an Applin here, we just gotta talk to it. Let me talk to it! Hey, what's he doing over there? Hey, slacking on the job! Mr. Slacker on the job. I'm gonna examine you.
Oh, this is a tasty apple. You want some too, Tim?
No.
Don't forget to pay for it.
Yeah, you didn't pay for it. Yeah, now I have to pay for your mess. Absolutely stupid, bro. I spy with my little magnifying glass apples. Have you been sitting still pretending to be an apple this whole time? That must take a whole lot of patience. That Corviknight got you wrapped up in quite the mess though, didn't it? Your friend is waiting for you. What the? Did it move by itself? There's no way. Something go haywire here. What? How'd that get there? Yeah, it wasn't there earlier.
This was a real pain.
Huh. Okay.
Hey, get back here. The heck?
Hey, quit playing around.
Hey, I'm not playing at all. My hat keeps moving on its own.
That's ridiculous, Pikachu.
Okay, now you see it. Yeah, now you see it.
Told you so.
Executor.
Guess I've gotta go get it.
Guess so.
Work off that apple. Climbing time, boys.
Well, Tim, lift me up.
Okay. You alright? Don't hurt yourself.
Please, this'll be nothing.
I'm glad to see there's a lot more voice cutscenes. Oh, match time, boys. Easy. Keep going, keep going. Don't give up, don't give up. Whoops. Oh, come on, get back up there. I'm overhyping this. Come on, reach. Oh! This is way overhyped.
Finally got you back.
Ah, I thought so. Oh, come on. You couldn't have shown us the impact. Oh, it somewhat did. Are the Applin okay? Yeah, they all seem happy to be reunited. Good, glad they're all right. So one of them was wearing my hat. I was seeing if it was moving on its own. I'm sure Corviknight dropped the hat mid-flight and just happened to fall on top of Applin. Yeah, Tim, where's my hat? Don't worry, I've got it. At the end of the day, I'm just glad I didn't lose my hat.
Yeesh, that was a hassle.
Hey, nice catch.
Yeah, now that's more like it.
Yeah, you look like yourself again.
Thanks, Tim. Harry gave me this hat to commemorate our partnership.
The awards ceremony will resume shortly.
My gosh,
We
these
ask that all
graphics.
participants please return to the venue at this time.
I guess we better hurry back.
That darn Corviknight. I'll let it off the hook just this once.
You're reusing animations. That's not a good sign either, man.
Great work. Thank you.
A handshake.
And you as well, Pikachu.
Yep.
I can't say it enough. Rhyme City owes you a debt of gratitude for your efforts.
He did barely anything.
We strive for coexistence between people and Pokemon in our fair city. And you two are the ideal detective duo.
He's a YouTuber.
On behalf of the city, I am pleased to present you with this medal.
Thank you, Mayor Myers. I'm honored.
We barely did anything.
Of course, you get one too, Pikachu.
Yeah, I'm the great detective.
So full of
Pika
himself.
Pika to you too, little hero. Both of you, keep up that great work.
Way to go, Tim!
Congratulations, hon.
Later that day.
Tim, I was so proud of you today.
Oh man, we meet Tim's family.
You're amazing, Tim.
You think so?
Everyone knows all about the amazing work you two have done. There was the Eevee abduction case, the fossil stealing spree.
And the Rhine Tower standoff case, too. They even made a movie based on the R case.
They actually did.
Yeah, I thought that movie was pretty good, but how come Mom and me didn't even show up in it?
Oh my
I have no
gosh,
idea.
self-actualization.
They usually do their own thing, don't they?
Bro, self-actualization. That's pretty good. I like that. That's good writing.
Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you something. This is Dad's Pikachu, right?
Yeah. He's my partner at the moment, though.
I see.
Whoa, whoa. What's with all the staring?
He saved your dad from trouble many times.
Wow.
Oh, Pikachu. The news is about to start. Maybe there's an update on that Corviknight.
Yeah.
There. So hold on, isn't this Harry's apartment from the previous game? It certainly looks like it.
Yep.
Right.
So Mom, I want to ask you about...
Well,
So I have questions about Rhyme City. I haven't been to Rhyme City in quite some time now. Not since I last saw your father. Gosh, it's been about 2 years then? And where's my food? Where's my food? Tim, are you getting enough to eat? Yeah, stopping by the Hi-Hat Cafe for breakfast is part of my daily routine. The Hi-Hat Cafe? It's Pikachu's favorite spot. It's so close now that we've moved. I've been going there pretty much every morning. Maybe I should make you some dinner tomorrow night then. It's been a while. You miss my cooking, don't you? Of course.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Oh my gosh. This is true gaming. Let's watch some news. We interrupt your regularly scheduled program. We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you this breaking news.
According to amateur footage we've received from a viewer, Pokemon appear to have caused an explosion. This explosion occurred in the mountain range northeast of Rhyme City. This may be related to the recent uptick in incidents involving Pokemon. Rhyme City Police and the newly established Pokemon Protection Bureau are investigating. Amelia Christie signing off.
Hey, Tim, did you catch that?
I hope that incident doesn't have anything to do with Dad.
Same here.
Mewtwo told me 2 years ago. Dad's alive, and we'll be able to find him as long as we don't give up.
Yeah, Mewtwo is still our only connection to finding Harry.
Whispering to Pikachu, are you?
Oh.
You're just like your father, talking to Pokemon like that.
Oh, really? It's been 2 years since the R incident. Since then, we've solved all kinds of cases. The mayor even gave us an award for it. I can still talk to Pikachu and understand him. If the two of us keep solving cases together, I'm sure we'll find my dad someday.
And this is the game we do it, right? By the way, I hope you guys don't mind that I'm talking during it. By the way, I hope you guys don't mind that I let the cutscenes play for you guys, you know, while just cutting out the white space. Hopefully that makes it just a little bit more interesting for you guys to watch. The day after the award ceremony. We are back.
Whoa, that's a lot of Whimsicott.
Sure is. They ride through on seasonal winds every year.
I hear they can be real pranksters.
If they get in a house they like, they scatter cotton everywhere.
Sounds like a pain to clean up.
Yep. The sweet smell of coffee is calling my name.
It's the perfect Pikachu bait.
Tim!
This man has made a return. It's Mr. Frank Holiday.
Inspector Holiday, did you finally find my dad?
Sorry. No. I'm here on a different case. We've received reports of a jewel theft.
Oh, man.
Could you lend me a hand with this one?
Of course.
The incident occurred at the dentist residence, the mansion down the street. Sorry, but Brad is waiting for me. I'll go ahead and meet up with you there.
So much for my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Tim. Look, I know we need to hurry, but would it really hurt if we relaxed a bit? For instance... Oh, here's a good idea.
Coffee.
You could listen to some sage advice from a great detective like me.
No.
Okay. Great detective tip number 9. People who lie during their testimony. They usually look up and to the right. That's just something I've personally observed.
You know, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's noticed this, but did you guys notice that the lip syncing is honestly pretty bad? They probably synced it up to Japanese versions. Also, if you guys didn't notice, the control is actually limited to one of those grid walks. It's a little janky, but you can see that there is a pretty harsh rotation, especially when I'm just going into standard figure 8. I appreciate you coming on such short notice, Tim. The crime took place at the dentist residence up ahead. Yeah, this game is it's straight up using the 3DS assets. It's so weird.
Here I am! You called for me? Huh? It's nothing? Oh, you just felt like calling my name? Great Detective Coffee Note number 2. The water you use can change how your coffee tastes.
Is it that important?
Well, 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 if it isn't the great detectives.
He looks interesting. Don't worry, I know who these people are. I played the 3DS game. It's been a while, Brad. I see you're on the case too. I suppose that means you are as well. You private detectives do love sticking to your noses in every little thing. If Mr. Dennis hadn't requested me personally, I'd be asking you to leave right now. Yep, he's still a jerk. That's enough, Brad. We're going to be conducting this investigation together. This is the scene of the crime, right? Yes, this mansion belongs to Sanjeev Dennis, a jeweler. Mr. Dennis is one of the wealthiest men in Rhyme City. Under normal circumstances, a civilian like yourself would never have the opportunity to meet him. Make sure you don't do anything to offend him. Oh, and don't get in the way of our investigation either. He's just gotta get it digging somewhere, doesn't he? Okay, Tim, come inside. The missing jewel.
I see.
All right, Tim. Mr. Dennis is waiting for you inside the room to the right. Thanks, Inspector Holliday.
Could someone grab me a tissue?
I see.
Yo, look at this Lugia painting. You could slap it on a trading card. You must be Mr. Den. You must be Mr. Dennis.
Tim, I've been waiting for you.
I'm right. And we gotta growl at the sad boy. My name is Sanjeev Dennis. I'm a jeweler, and this is my partner Growlith. I'm Detective Goodman. Sorry to jump right into it, but could you please tell us what you know about the incident?
Oh.
A precious jewel was stolen while I was out of the house. It's called the Aurora Drop, and it's a very rare jewel indeed.
The Aurora Drop.
What a mysterious name. Magical, even. The thief injured one of my staff members and made off with the jewel.
That's in a noted testimony, alright.
Thankfully, my staff member injuries were minor, and yet...
Is something sticking out to you as odd?
Well, the police are treating my trusted butler as a prime suspect. Yeah! That's how you do it! They think the butler did it? The jewel looks like this. Most gemstones must be first cut and polished into beautiful jewels, but the Aurora Drop is said to have naturally formed into its shape.
The way it shines looks a bit like an aurora.
Yes, that's precisely how it's got its name. The Aurora Drop has been the subject of many a tale, but it was thought to be nothing more than fiction. Even among us jewelers, for the longest time we called it the Jewel of Legend. Wow, he wasn't kidding when he called it precious. Yes, it's no surprise that someone wanted to steal it.
Definitely sounds valuable. Where were you displaying it?
I kept it securely locked with a special reinforced case inside my jewel storage room. There's a lot of locks on both the storage room door and the reinforced case.
And yet, despite all that security, it got stolen.
Let's hear more about this butler, boys.
You mentioned that the police already have a You told us the police already have a suspect.
Yes, but they believe that the thief is my own trusted butler, Bonds.
Why do they think that?
Too many movies. Because Bonds and I are the only people who have the access to key to the storage room.
What's keeping someone else from getting to it?
The key is always kept around Growlithe's neck. If anyone but Bonds or myself attempted to take it from her, Growlithe would start barking. My Growlithe is a very loyal Pokemon. She would never allow the key to be taken by a stranger.
I don't see a key around Growlithe's neck right now.
The police think Barnes took it. That would certainly make sense, assuming Barnes really is the culprit.
Mr. Dennis, if possible, I'd like to talk with Barnes.
He's currently being questioned by the police.
But you don't believe Barnes is a thief, is that correct?
I've known Barnes since we were young. He worked in his home for years and always served us well. I'm certain he'd never steal from me. And I possibly couldn't imagine him hurting anyone.
So you're saying Barnes didn't do it, and the real culprit is still at large?
That's right. Someone else must have stolen the jewel. Please help me prove that Barnes is innocent. So that's why he called us here, to clear his butler's name.
We'll talk to Barnes later. Finding the Aurora Drop and clearing Barnes of suspicion. Those are the two things you called us here to do?
Could you please? You're the only ones I can count on.
Our job is to investigate the case and reveal the truth. We won't know if Barnes is truly innocent until we look into this more.
Yeah, the police must have some reason to suspect him.
But we'll do what we can. If that's acceptable to you, we'll take the case.
That's more than acceptable. Thank you, Tim.
Great. In that case, may I start investigating the scene of the crime?
Of course, the jewel storage is just upstairs. I know you won't let me down. Wait a second.
We gotta check out this notebook here. Sanjay Dennis's tool has apparently been stolen, but how did the culprit steal it? So we just need to write some notes? Easy. I'm surprised how hard the music's trying to go. It's really interesting. I need to talk to you, sir. Lieutenant McMaster is currently Lieutenant McMaster is currently interviewing Mr. Barnes in this room.
Excuse me?
I guess it'd be too much to ask for us to join in, right? I guess it'd be too much to ask for us to join in. I'm afraid we can't allow even the great Detective Tim to do that. Police protocol. You understand. I just noticed that Ho-Oh painting. You could also put that on a trading card.
Whoa!
Yeah, you know what? Let's go to the second floor. That's where we need to go anyway. So here we have the scene of the crime. The jewel storage room has been left exactly as it was at the time of the incident. Inspector Holliday's already filled me in. Please go right ahead.
Yes.
It's Whimsicott, bro. According to Dennis, this room's where Aurora. According to Dennis, this room's where the Aurora drop used to be. Let's take a closer look. So we have pieces of cotton, and we know that Whimsicott like to, you know, leave stuff everywhere.
Seems like the residents of this mansion drink coffee frequently.
Oh my goodness.
I can tell by the aroma.
So let's investigate this, the scene of the crime. This area looks more disturbed than the rest. Let's start investigating. We might find a clue. Alright, don't let any of the details slip past you, Tim.
Let me see.
Where should we look first? I think it's quite obvious. It's right. What are you doing? What are you doing back there?
Hey, Tim. Quit looking at my tail and start investigating anything that looks suspicious.
You do you, I guess. Though there's something interesting here. There's a feather. Do you think the Pokemon it belonged to was in this room? Maybe it's from a Pokemon that lives in the mansion. Let's look into that later.
Hey, Tim. Check it out. Looks good, huh?
No.
Disguises are a key part of detective work, you know.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, whatever. Now quit goofing off and investigate.
He clearly doesn't appreciate my art.
Oh.
Perhaps I need to give him a little more training.
No, he doesn't. Ah. That's a really clean cut of that case. Got a note. Slicing it must have taken one seriously sharp blade. I doubt a human could pull that off. So it was a combined effort. But what about this jewel case here? We have a missing jewel here. Must be where they kept the Aurora drop. The edge looks like it was sliced clean with a blade.
What kind of blade could slice this cleanly through What kind of blade could slice this cleanly through such was the What kind of blade could slice this cleanly through such a sturdy What kind of blade could slice this cleanly through such a sturdy jewel case? That's not exactly the best writing, but okay. There's the lock here.
The jewel case is still locked.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, someone broke into it. Like Dennis said, the jewel in this case was stored under a lock and key. And this key is the case to a different... And the key to the case is a different key than the one to the jewel storage room door.
I wonder who has the key then.
It was the Growlithe.
Okay, let's start deducing.
Time to begin some deducing. Time for some deducing.
Okay.
So what could be correct? Well, we know the case was Well, we know the case was cut open.
Okay.
Stamp of approval. You understand how to use case notebooks now? There's one thing that's strange about the crime that was committed. The glass is cut, but the door wasn't. That's right, so that means the thief only had one use of the keys, the one to the storage room. They didn't have the key to the jewel case.
According to Mr. Dennis, only he and Barnes could access the jewel storage room. I understand why the police suspect Barnes, but I'm not so sure.
Obviously, it'd be best if we could talk to Barnes ourselves, but he's still being questioned.
We need to ask Mr. Dennis about the lock on the jewel case.
Right. After we wrap up here, let's go ask him. How's the investigation going, Tim?
Oh, Mr. Dennis.
Sorry, I couldn't stand just waiting around. Have you discovered anything?
It does appear that the culprit used the storage room key to gain entry. We believe they cut open the jewel case and they took the Aurora drop.
Is that so? I suppose that doesn't help Barnes much, since he has access to the key.
I have a question for you, Mr. Dennis. Who has the key to the jewel case?
I have it right here. I always carry the key to the jewel case on my person. I've known Barnes for a very long time, but I still won't give him this key. That's a good testimony. The security of this jewel case is my personal responsibility. Got it. So both Barnes and Dennis can't access the key to the jewel storage room.
But only Mr. Dennis has access to the key to the jewel case himself.
Did I say himself?
A symbol of revival. If the key hadn't been used to unlock the storage room, Barnes wouldn't be under suspicion in the first place. Why would he do that now, knowing people would suspect him?
You know, maybe he didn't think that far ahead. In any case, based on what we found at the scene of the crime, we can't be certain of anything just yet.
We need to talk to Barnes and the other people in the mansion and hear what they have to say.
Not just the people, the Pokemon too. I'll interpret for you when we talk to them.
Alright, I'm counting on you.
Okay. Quit playing dumb! We've got evidence that proves you're the culprit! Yeah, did I scare you, Tim? I felt like practicing my interrogating.
I get the feeling these little quips are gonna be so good for content quips, just for the funnies. You know, I've been wondering about this. I caught it on camera earlier. Excuse me, I caught it on footage earlier.
Oh,
What's all this? Pokemon feathers?
Sure looks like it. They're scattered all over the floor and the window's open. Maybe a Pokemon got in or out through here?
You think it has anything to do with this case?
Look at this. One of these feathers is darker than the others.
You're right. The other 6 are a lighter shade of blue.
Something about that is nagging at me.
I also hope you guys are enjoying my little voice acting recreations. Just again, make things just a little bit more interesting. This is the kind of game that has a lot of repetitive and slow action, so I'm gonna do what I can to make it at least a little bit more interesting.
I take it you heard what Mr. Dennis has to say. I'm guessing he also told you about his butler. He's definitely not pleased that Barnes has fallen under suspicion.
It sure seems that way.
In my position, I'm not at liberty to share all the information we've gathered, but if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. So what happened at the time of the incident?
We're still looking into that. I'm sure you'll get more direct answers by asking the witnesses themselves. He's right. We should take this one step at a time and gather our own intel.
What about Barnes, though? He's the butler.
Oh, the circumstantial evidence certainly seems to be pointing in his direction. He doesn't sound terribly convinced.
Does anything strike you as odd?
Yes, actually, I can't think of a single motive for Barnes to steal that jewel. He doesn't appear to bear any ill will toward Mr. Dennis, and he's no trouble financially. That being said, we may uncover a motive in the course of our investigation, but for now I can't say anything with certainty.
Understood.
What about the Aurora drop?
I hear the Aurora
drop's not just valuable, it's famous throughout the entire jewelry industry.
Then there must be plenty of people who'd like to get their hands on it. Could the jewel have been stolen by an intruder?
I can't rule out that possibility, but based on current evidence, I say the likelihood of the burglary is low.
Surely you must know something about Tim's dad, right? Harry?
You want to ask him about Harry? I'm sorry, Tim, but we haven't made any developments on that front.
Oh, well, thanks anyway.
I still don't understand it myself. Harry was working on the R case when we went missing, so it stands to reason that you followed that thread, you find Harry too.
But the case has been closed and we still don't have a single clue.
Seriously, where did Harry disappear to? Don't be discouraged, Tim. Look how far you've come in the 2 years since you moved to the city in search of your father. You've become such a great detective that the mayor himself recognized you with an award. You'll find Harry, I'm sure of it. In the meantime, I'll keep offering whatever help I can.
Yeah, you're right. And who might you be, sir?
Hello there, Detective Tim. Oh, I mean, Detective Goodman?
Larry Turner. Larry's in the game! Wait, you are the detective, right? That's what Mr. Dennis said, at least.
The name... oh, wait, that's not proper enough. Sorry.
My name is Larry Turner, and I'm a member of the house staff.
House staff, huh? Seems in over his dead.
If you need anything, just let me know. I mean, please inform me if... You really don't have to be so formal with us. Thanks. That's a huge relief. I got this job a while ago, but I'm still not used to taking all fancy. Uh-oh, is that a problem? Well, it's a good thing for me that Barnes deals with all the important guests. My main duties are taking care of the Pokemon, managing the house, and groundskeeping.
and I can handle all that no problem. I don't know. This guy isn't exactly filling me with confidence in his ability to do his job.
Anyway, you wanted to ask about what happened, right? I mean, I already told the police everything I know. I'm really sorry for taking up more of your time. Oh, sorry, that's not what I meant. I'm not complaining or anything. It's just that I don't remember what happened very well. Something attacked me out of nowhere and I got blacked out. Something attacked me out of nowhere and I blacked out.
Something attacked him, so not the thief then.
Can you please tell us more about that, Mr. Turner? Sure, no problem. I was just doing my job like normal today. I'd made food for the Pokemon, did some cleaning around the mansion, that sort of thing. I think I was tidying the garden when it happened. I saw a ducklet fly out of a second-story window. As I recall, I wondered where she was going. I mean, usually ducklet just walks out the front door. It seemed weird to me, so I went upstairs to see what was going on. That's when I saw the door to the jewel storage room was wide open. And if that wasn't shocking enough, the moment I went to look inside, I suddenly got punched by a Pokemon. The next thing I knew, I was lying on a sofa and someone was treating my wounds. A Pokemon punched you?
Dang, this game's violent.
Yeah, I felt like I glimpsed a small red figure for just a moment. Based on the size, it couldn't have been a human, so I'm guessing it was a Pokemon. A red Pokemon. Do you know what kind it was? I'm really not sure. It all happened so fast. I see. I'm so sorry that happened to you. But I'm glad you weren't seriously hurt. That's what the doctor said too.
No Pokemon would want to steal the Aurora drop. It's possible that the culprit ordered their partner Pokemon to swipe the jewel and punch out Turner. So, Tim, now that you've heard Turner's story, what do you think?
We need to find the ducklet that flew out the window and that red Pokemon too.
Yep, you got it.
Excuse me?
Did you see anything else when the Pokemon attacked you? The thief who brought the Pokemon along was probably nearby. Unfortunately, that's all I saw. I see. Can you think of any other details that might give us a clue about the culprit? Nothing in particular is coming to mind. I mean, Mr. Dennis is such a nice person. I never heard of anyone holding a grudge against him. And I was really surprised to hear that Barnes is a suspect. You don't think Barnes is responsible? I guess the police must have some reason to suspect him, but honestly, I just can't believe it. Barnes is still showing me the ropes around here. He's such a great co-worker with tons of experience. I mean, if you know Barnes before all this, you could never imagine... if you know Barnes before all this, you can never even imagine him being a thief.
Excuse me?
Do you know anything about the stolen jewel? The Aurora drop? I've never even seen the thing. It's been shut up in that storage room ever since it was brought to the house. Of course I know it's valuable and all. I assume that's what's been causing all the arguments between Mr. and Mrs. Dennis lately. What sort of arguments? In case you haven't heard, Mr. Dennis says he's going to donate the Aurora drop. Seems like Mr. Dennis is against that plan. They must have been fighting about it they've been fighting about it almost nightly. Every night? It must be really a point of contention. I guess Mrs. Dennis just don't want to give up such a valuable jewel.
So the Aurora drop's been driving a wedge between husband and wife, eh?
What about this person? I bet this is the Mrs.
Yes? You certainly don't look like you're with the police. State your business.
Straight to the point. Claudia Dennis. We're detectives. Mr. Dennis asked us to investigate the incident that occurred here. Detectives? Oh, I suppose my husband did say something about that. Your husband? That must mean you're Claudia Dennis, Sanjev's wife. I'm sorry to bother you, but do you mind if we ask you some questions? I do mind, actually.
Dang.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave. The case has already been solved. Okay. What do you mean? The police said that Barnes is behind all this.
They've clearly seen way too many detective movies.
So the matter's settled. We've heard that he's under suspicion, yes, but we can't be certain it was Barnes who committed the crime. You sound just like my husband, but nothing you say will change the fact that Barnes is the culprit. Barnes' partner Ducklet was up to no good. I saw it with my own eyes. Did you witness the crime?
Barnes' partner Ducklet was involved in the crime?
You look as though you don't believe me.
My voice is cracking.
About what you witnessed. Is it true that you witnessed a crime? Well, I didn't exactly see it clearly. But I did witness some irrefutable proof. What exactly did you see? At the time of the incident, I was enjoying a cup of tea in my room on the second floor. Just then, I noticed a bird Pokemon flying outside the window. I clearly saw a blue bird Pokemon. It had to leave its... I clearly saw a blue bird Pokemon. It had... I clearly saw a blue bird Pokemon. It had to have been Ducklet. That is totally wrong. We did find blue feathers near the window and in the storage room. So those were Ducklets? In hindsight, she was obviously stealing the jewel. I also heard a faint sound before that, like something metallic. A metallic sound? Do you know what could have made that noise? No, I don't, but the storage room was ransacked, wasn't it? I suppose she must have broken something in the act. And I heard it confirm that Ducklet's feathers were found in the room. Isn't that proof enough for Barnes as a culprit? She's pretty darn convinced of her own theory. But all it's based on is a metallic sound and the sight of a flying bluebird Pokemon. Pretty flimsy if you ask me. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mrs. Dennis, but that information alone isn't enough to definitely prove Barnes is a culprit. Then hurry up and find whoever it is and get that jewel back. Isn't that what my husband hired you for? I get that she's upset, but she doesn't have to take it out on us.
Excuse me.
Mr. Dennis seems confident that Barnes is innocent. Oh yes, I'm sure he is. He's always been too trusting. Especially when it comes to Barnes. Those two really trust each other that much? I'm told Barnes has worked here for a very long time. Much longer, in fact, than I've known Sanjeev. I suppose that's why Barnes is always taking my husband's side. What do you mean? Whenever my husband and I have a disagreement, Barnes inevitably sides with Sanjeev, even though I'm sure he believes he's being impartial. That lack of self-awareness is yet another one of his many flaws. I get that Claudia's not a huge fan of Barnes. Do you think that's why she's so sure he's a thief? What about that Ducklet, I say? Ducklet is Barnes' partner. She dotes on him tirelessly and is always by his side. Okay, good notes, good notes. You mentioned earlier that she might have been involved in the crime somehow. Would Ducklet be capable of such a thing? Yes, she helps Barnes out with his shopping. She'd certainly be capable of making off with the jewel. Well, whether or not Ducklet sold the jewel, that one thing that seems certain is that she really loves Barnes.
Yes?
What do you know about the Aurora Drop? The Aurora Drop is an incredibly valuable jewel. Mr. Dennis told me the same thing. What do you really understand? Can you even comprehend just how valuable it is? I knew it. Just look at those blank expressions. Hey, my face always looks like this. What? As it is, I'm not even sure my husband understands the true value of that jewel. After getting his hands on something so precious, why would he want to donate it to Rhyme City? So you're against donating the Aurora Drop? Of course I am. Treasures like that aren't meant to be paraded. Of course I am. Treasures like that aren't meant to be paraded about for the general public. They should preserve the quiet observation by a select few. Hard to imagine her quietly doing anything. Well, thank you for your time. We're going to interview your Pokemon now. Oh, it's Clefable, Mrs. Dennis's partner, apparently. Can I ask you a few questions? Whoa, what gives? No need to be so rude. What's wrong? Seems like she's real suspicious of us. Maybe she's feeling sensitive after the incident here. I mean, if you have something stolen from you, you would be all uptight about it, right? I mean, heck, I once had my 3DS stolen when I was younger, and I could have used a Detective Pikachu at the time to find that for me.
Great Detective Coffee Note number 1. Here's some wisdom about coffee. Good coffee tastes good, even cold. Bad coffee tastes bad, even freshly brewed. Whoa!
We have more questions for you, sir. What about this symbol of revival?
2 years ago, during the R incident, my jewel shop suffered considerable damage.
Wait, you were a victim of the R incident?
Yes, some Pokemon who had been exposed to R went berserk. Their rampage destroyed my shop, to say nothing of the damage done to my jewels and other goods. By that time, I'd already had the Aurora Drop. I kept it safely stored in the shop.
So what was the Aurora Drop damaged too?
No, as a matter of fact, it wasn't. All the jewels in my shop, the Aurora Drop was the only one to remain unscathed. In fact, debris fell so perfectly around the Aurora Drop that you might believe it was being protected.
That's incredible.
I guess there's some magic left in the world after all.
No, there isn't.
Ever since then, the Aurora Drop became known as the jewel that survived the R incident. People started visiting my shop just to see it. And thanks to all that attention, my business was able to get back on its feet.
Sounds like a valuable jewel in more ways than one. What made you decide to bring it back to your mansion instead of keeping it at your shop?
I decided to donate it to Rhyme City.
The Aurora Drop? But why donate something so precious to you?
It's not just precious to me, and that's exactly why I decided to donate it. Mayor Myers has done his part of improving our city by declaring the start of Pokemon Friendship Week. I thought it was about time I didn't mind. But I wanted to donate that jewel that survived the R incident as a symbol of Rhyme City's revival. I hope that by doing so I can liven up not just my shop, but the whole city as well. Wow, Dennis, I'm impressed.
What about you, Growlithe? What do you have to say?
It's Dennis's partner, Growlithe.
He sure doesn't look happy.
Apparently she feels responsible. No wonder she's so down.
Maybe we should leave her alone for a while. Now then, Mr. Barnes, we'll thank you not to leave the mansion until further notice.
Understood. Hey, it sounds like the police finished questioning Barnes. Let's go talk to him.
Yeah.
It's the butler. Mr. Brandon Butler Barnes. How did it come to this? Why are the police so suspicious of me?
Hey, excuse me, are you Mr. Barnes?
Who might you be?
I'm Detective Tim Goodman. Mr. Dennis has hired me to investigate the crime around here.
That's so. My apologies, I'm Brandon Barnes. I work here at the Dennis residence as a butler.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions, Mr. Barnes? I realize you must be tired since you were just questioned by the police.
Oh, please don't worry about that. If you've been hired by Mr. Dennis, then it is my duty to give you my full cooperation.
Thank you.
What would you like me to speak about first?
Oh. What do you know about the time of the incident?
I was away when the incident occurred. It wasn't until after I finished my errand and entered the house that I realized something was amiss. I heard Turner cry out from the second floor. When I rushed upstairs, I found him collapsed on the floor in front of a jewel storage room. So that means Barnes was the first witness to arrive at the scene of the crime.
Did you see the thief or their partner Pokemon?
No, nothing like that. Wait, if Barnes ran up the stairs, you'd think he would have run straight into the thief. If he didn't see anyone, could they have escaped up from the second floor?
Did you check the storage room?
Yes, the door was already open. When I looked inside, I saw that the Aurora Drop was gone. Then I contacted Mr. Dennis and the police right away.
Is there anyone who can corroborate your whereabouts? At the time?
Unfortunately not. I was the only one afterward that Mrs. Dennis came out of her room to see what the commotion was all about. And the only others in the house at the time were Growlithe and Clefable. Naturally, no one can take witness statements from Pokemon, so I'm afraid I have no alibi. That's where we come in. The Pokemon that live in this mansion might know something.
What do you know about the culprit?
Not a clue, I'm afraid.
But I do know that Mr. Dennis and I are the only ones who can freely use the key to the jewel storage room. It's a good note. Growlithe guards the key with constant vigilance. So I imagine it would be very difficult for anyone else to take it from her. I suppose it's no great wonder that the police suspect me, given the circumstances. But I would never do something so senseless. At least this confirms that the only two have access to the key. What about this Ducklet?
Yes.
Ducklet is my dear partner Pokemon. Just look at this photo. Aw, so wholesome. Needs graphical improvement though. She's also incredibly clever and even helps me out with my work. Oh, excuse me. I'm terribly sorry. I tend to get a bit carried away when I speak about Ducklet. It's really no problem. You mentioned that she helps you with your work. What exactly does she do? Let's see. She runs errands for me, such as buying coffee beans from a local cafe. Oh, she buys coffee beans. Nice. There's a place nearby called the Hi-Hat Cafe. Perhaps you've heard of it. She regularly goes shopping there by herself. If that's their go-to cafe, then it's gotta be for the Hi-Hat blend. Guess I shouldn't be surprised that Rhyme City elites have such refined taste. I asked her to go to the cafe today, in fact, but she hasn't yet returned. Could she have wandered off somewhere? Do you have any idea where Ducklet might be? Unfortunately, no. The feathers found at the scene of the crime are just Ducklet's, right? Yes, no question about it, but I haven't the faintest idea why Ducklet's feathers wouldn't be there. Just the thought of her getting caught up in the crime somehow. I'm so worried that I can hardly think straight. What do you know about the Aurora Drop? He considers the Aurora Drop to be his most precious. He worked tirelessly to acquire it in the first place. You might even see the Aurora Drop as the physical manifestation, the crystallization, of Mr. Dennis's career as a jeweler. I wish nothing but swift retribution on the thief who stole it from him. For someone who speaks so formally, Barnes is a pretty passionate guy, isn't he? Please, Tim, find the Aurora Drop, I beg you. Don't worry, sir, we're on the case.
Well...
Based on Barnes' testimony, I'm really not surprised that the police suspect him. Yeah, if only there was another witness at least. About that, aren't you forgetting something, Tim? Huh? Barnes told us that Growlithe and Clefable were in the mansion at the time of the incident, remember? Oh, right, maybe the Pokemon saw something. Exactly, you can leave the rest to me. Let's go question them, Tim.
Tim.
Oh, he's calling us.
Yo, Main Ectric, working hard?
Translations.
Hey, what did I ever do to you?
What do you want, great detective? Have you finished questioning Barnes? For now, anyway. We haven't finished gathering our evidence. Doesn't change the fact that Barnes is still a suspect. If you don't mind, can we ask you some questions? If you insist, but I have no intention of sharing confidential information with you.
Excuse me?
Is the storage room key the reason the police suspect Barnes? Oh, so you know that much already? Well, no point in denying it. The only two people who can access the key are the homeowner and his butler, Mr. Dennis and Barnes. I highly doubt that Mr. Dennis staged all of this himself, which leaves Barnes as the only logical suspect. Not only that, there were Ducklet feathers at the crime scene, and Barnes' partner is a Ducklet. Clearly, Barnes used a key to get inside the storage room, then had Ducklet fly off with the jewel. That's my working theory. Duly noted. We don't have any decisive evidence yet. But we're going to find this Ducklet that flew the coop, and we'll definitely get proof. You'll see. Well, I'll be counting on my own investigation. Well, I'll be continuing my own investigation. Suit yourself. Are you following any other leads other than Barnes? Of course we are. We already collected statements from every last person in this house. Do you mind if I ask you your impression of each of them was? Well, I suppose I could tell you that much. Mr. Dennis seems rather shaken by Barnes falling under suspicion, and his wife Claudia is reacting quite impetuously. She's approaching us repeatedly to demand that we hurry up and wrap up our investigation. That's gotta be tough. I almost feel bad for Brad. One of the staff members, Turner, has been very cooperative with our investigations. He told us a lot about everything that happened up until he lost consciousness. I suppose that's all I can say for now. Thank you. We'll keep that in mind.
The police can question people, but they can't talk to Pokemon. Interviewing the Pokemon around here might help us paint a clearer picture of what went down.
I got more questions for you, Growlithe.
Hey, Growlithe, sorry to bug you when you're already feeling down, but would it be alright if we ask you some questions? We're here to catch the thief, and we need your help to do that. You're willing to talk to us You're willing to talk to us if it'll help Sanji? Thanks.
Sanji?
Growlithe's nickname for Dennis, as near as I can tell.
Oh, right. His full name is Sanjiv Dennis, so I guess Sanji makes sense.
Oh, wait a second. What if it's Sanji? Anyway, Growlithe, can we start with the questions? Gotcha. As Dennis's partner, it's your job to guard the mansion. We already know the key to the jewel storage room was around your neck. It's important to Dennis, so guarding it is as important to you. It's important to Dennis, so guarding it is important to you. Makes sense. She says she'd never let anyone other than Dennis or Barnes even touch the key. Well, that's why you feel extra responsible for what happened, huh?
He's really got a strong sense of responsibility.
Don't worry, the two of us are gonna crack this case.
Well...
Do you remember anything about the time of the incident? You don't know because you were napping? What? Your breakfast was so tasty that you ate too much and it made you sleepy? Been there, believe me.
What are you even talking about?
You woke up when Barnes got home? That would have been right before all the commotion happened. When you woke up, your precious key was gone. Yeah, I can tell that you're upset. You'll do whatever it takes to help us catch the thief? Thanks. We'll come for an assist if anything comes up. She says Barnes is a kind and well-mannered person. He and Dennis are close, and she's never seen them fighting or arguing.
Mr. Dennis really does seem to trust Barnes after all.
Growlithe likes Barnes, too.
Judging from what Growlithe says, it's hard to think of Barnes as a likely culprit. There wasn't anything in Growlithe's testimony that could help us prove Barnes' innocence.
Only one left to ask is Clefable. I'll do what I can to get Clefable talking to us.
Thanks, Pikachu.
There's so many moments I can just cut out. Alright, you. What? You think we're thieves running... What? You think we're thieves returning to the scene of the crime? You got it all wrong. We're not here to steal anything. We're actually great detectives looking to catch the thief. Please, could you answer some questions? Yes, really. Come on, you can trust us. Help us out, and I'm sure Claudia's bad mood will clear up too.
Guess Clefable was worried we'd do something bad to Mrs. Dennis.
What do we know about it? No job, per se, unless you count spending time with Claudia. Isn't it tough hanging out with someone so prickly? Claudia's not a bad person, you say. Sorry, didn't mean to be insulting. So Claudia's always arguing with someone or another. But when it's just you and her together, she starts to regret the whole thing? I get it now. Your job is to cheer her up when she gets into arguments. You're actually pretty nice.
I'll bet Clefable is really important to Mrs. Dennis.
What does it know about the incident? Clefable's saying she got real sleepy while playing in the mansion this morning, and that's a testimony worth noting. And she dozed off and doesn't know what happened after that.
That's too bad.
What does it know about Barnes? Claudia doesn't like Barnes. so Clefable tries to not have much to do with him. But she doesn't think Barnes is a bad person. After all, she says Barnes ran to help turn her when he got hurt.
Wait, does that mean Clefable saw Barnes going upstairs to help turn her?
Yeah, it's gotta. Clefable, what else can you tell us? Clefable was dozing near the front door this morning. When Barnes got home from doing stuff outside, she woke up and greeted him at the door. Then Clefable and Barnes heard Turner cry out on the second floor, so they both went running upstairs. And it's also a good noting what? And that's when, to their surprise, they found Turner on the floor.
That means when Turner attacked, Barnes was still on the first floor.
I think we have enough information to start deducing stuff.
Okay.
Alright, we got some useful information. Let's stop for a moment to get our thoughts together. Based on everything we heard, is there anything we could suggest that... Based on everything we heard, is there anything that suggests Barnes is innocent? Let's review the information we gathered and see what we come up with. Well, what's we have here? When Barnes returned to the mansion, both he and Clefable heard Larry Turner cry out, so it's highly unlikely Barnes committed the crime. That's true.
Okay.
So Barnes has an alibi. Good to know.
We can't let the suspicion around Barnes with Clefable's testimony alone.
I think we're gonna need some kind of other evidence to prove his innocence.
But where should we look for it?
Nothing immediately comes to mind. At times like this, it's best to try investigating other leads. We might find a thread somewhere unexpected that leads us back to this. To get close to the truth of the case, we've got no choice but to find the Pokemon that witnesses saw.
Witnesses reported seeing a red Pokemon in Ducklet. I wonder if the Pokemon that cut up in the jewel case is the culprit's partner.
It makes sense to think that, but no such human was seen by the witness. Having said that, though, we might learn something if we find the red Pokemon. Let's head to the city and get some leads on that red Pokemon. I'm sure we'll figure out what Pokemon it actually is.
At this point, it seems unlikely that Barnes is the culprit. But then why did Ducklet leave from the second floor window?
Seems unlikely that got nothing to do with the jewel theft.
Finding Ducklet would be the quickest way to confirm that.
Good call. Let's head to the city and look for her. There's a lot of information we could pull from here, so I guess for the time being, we'll just continue playing the game. Looks like the only way to continue our investigation is to gather info in the city.
Where should we go? Should we go after Ducklet or search for the red Pokemon?
We go to Hi Hi Cafe.
You're right, we should probably search for the cafe.
Let's not waste any time, Tim.
Huh? You mean you won't help me? I understand how you feel, ma'am, but we're in the middle of an investigation right now. Yes, but what should I do?
Looks like that woman has a problem.
Sure does. I doubt it has anything to do with our case, but it's hard not to want to help someone who's in trouble.
That's the spirit, Tim. If we see a person or Pokemon with a problem, let's do what we can to help them. That's what makes us this city's great detectives. We do need to prioritize the current case. This is something we can help with when I have time.
Right. First, let's hear what she has to say.
Good idea.
Excuse me, may I ask what's wrong? My Lillipup's gone missing. Oh no, what happened? We were taking a walk together in Serenity Park. I guess Lillipup must have been having too much fun. He got so worked up he took off like a rocket. I've been searching all over for him and now I'm exhausted. The police officer won't look into it for me either. I don't know what to do. We can't just ignore this.
That's right. Helping people is a detective's job, and finding lost Pokemon even more so.
We'd like to help you, ma'am. We're detectives, so we're pretty good at looking for lost people in Pokemon. Really? That would be a huge help. Can you think of anywhere your Lillipup might have gone? Well, I've already searched for the park pretty thoroughly. I haven't looked for him in the city yet. Oh, also my Lillipup likes quiet places. I'm not sure there are any places like that around here. I think that's enough information for us to go on. He's right here while we search for him. I'm so sorry to add to your workload when you already look so busy, but thank you. I hope you find my sweet Lillipup.
If we see a Lillipup during our investigation, we should talk to it.
And that's a local concern. I found these Whimsicott out here, and I'm wondering, is this cotton theirs?
Yeah, the Whimsicott says it's theirs.
Ooh, I knew it. We actually found this in Mr. Dennis's mansion. I don't suppose you've been in there.
Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Come on, you gotta remember at least that much. Oh, this one.
One of it does remember.
It thinks it remembers going to the mansion while playing with its friends.
It thinks so? That's not a very clear answer.
Yeah, let's ask for more details.
Well, how'd you get in there?
You went in through a window with your friends? Why would you do that? You don't remember anything after eating breakfast this morning? The heck does that mean? Some human you don't know asked you to do it? Ooh. What was a stranger like? You don't remember because it was someone you've never seen before, huh? Now look here, you might be an accessory to the theft. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Hey.
Have you two seen any red Pokemon around here? Oh, Ponyard is red, and you recently become friends with one?
Ponyard?
It's a Pokemon with blades all over its body, and it's true that Ponyard's pretty red. You often run into a Ponyard at the terrace of the Serenity Park, and on windy days you play with Ponyard by picking it up and flying it around. They said they like to fly Ponyard all the way here from Serenity Park.
Serenity Park is a big park just beyond here, right?
Yeah, the terrace is way over from the far side.
Maybe we can find Ponyard there. Do you remember when you last played with Ponyard?
Lately you've been playing together every day? Even today?
In that case, we might be able to find it there now.
If we go meet Ponyard, we should be careful about how we treat his favorite rock.
It has a favorite rock?
Apparently there's a rock at the terrace that Ponyard really cares about. One time they accidentally stepped on it, and then Ponyard got mad. Real mad.
Wow, that's scary. We better watch where we step.
Do they know anything about the Ducklet, though?
If they didn't see her, I wonder where she went.
And here we are in Serenity Park.
Let's try to find this Lillipup while we're at it for the local quest. This place is huge.
That's Serenity Park for you.
Whimsicott and Poniard hang out here.
And the terrace is our usual meetup spot. Shall we go look?
You there! Wait, you wouldn't happen to be that great detective duo, would you?
Charles Murlock. Dang, bro.
I am such a huge fan of yours.
A fan? Oh dear, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Charles Murlock. I'm a scientist working here in Rhyme City to deepen our understanding of Pokemon.
Scientist, huh?
What's that? You'd like to hear about more what I do? Actually, my research has been recognized by Mayor Myers himself. Now I'm helping out with a new policy that he and the city council are working on. You might say I'm the brains behind Rhyme City's latest policies. This guy is intense.
He seems like the type who doesn't even listen to what others are saying.
If you two great detectives have any questions for me, by all means fire away. After all, I have something in common with you both. We're all working to help Rhyme City. We're all coming for the same place, comrades with the same goals. So I'm prepared to answer any questions you have. Thank you.
Guess our only choice is to play along for a bit. What a drag.
Excuse me?
What sort of research are you doing, Mr. Murlock? My research explores the nature of communication between people and Pokemon. Sounds complicated. No, it's quite simple, really. We're just trying to help Pokemon understand human language. Imagine what that'd do for Rhyme City. It'd make life here so much more entertaining and simple. A whole city where people and Pokemon can't go back and forth like we can, huh? That really would make Rhyme City an even better place. Don't you think?
Excuse me?
What exactly do you help the mayor with policy development? My domain is science, not politics. I can't actually propose new legislation. What I can do, though, is develop new machines and equipment. I also help distribute them to the people and Pokemon of Rhyme City. I'm proud to contribute my city with the power of science. That's wonderful. Isn't it? Mayor Myers came up with the idea for a bill to help people and Pokemon coexist, so I feel duty-bound to use my position as a scientist to support it.
Sounds like he's warming up for a speech.
I can tell how passionate you are about improving the city.
Oh, can I ask you a favor, Pikachu? Would you allow me to give you a quick health exam?
Yeah, that's not suspicious.
Ow! Hey, what'd you just do to me?
Oh dear, is Pikachu upset with me? I only plucked a bit of fur, and the test results should be ready in just a moment. What exactly are you doing? This is a machine I created at Mayor Myers' request. It can measure a Pokemon's vital signs in record time. In other words, it's made to quickly check a Pokemon's health. I'd say that's a good thing for both people and their partners, wouldn't you? Yes, it sure sounds like it.
Way to bury the
Okay, it's ready.
Now let me see.
What's it say? It's detecting caffeine?
Did someone say caffeine?
Seeing as he's working as a detective, I figured this was no ordinary Pikachu. But these results are truly fascinating. Hello, Mr. Murlock? Oh, do forgive me. He's quite alright. No problems at all. I suppose the triglycerides are bad. What?
My what?
He does seem slightly different from a regular Pikachu, though.
Oh, is there something weird about me?
Well, now that you finished your checkup, I suppose we better get going. Yes, sorry to have taken up so much of your time. Good luck, great detectives. Thank you.
Hi, triglycerides.
And here's the terrace.
This is the top, yeah?
Look at that, Pikachu.
Huh?
From here, you have a perfect view of the dentist residence.
Hey, Tim, what are you thinking? I'm pretty sure that window is the one in front of the jewel storage room. A Pokemon capable of flying could go straight into the mansion from here. Yeah, if our thief was getting help from a Pokemon, this would be the perfect vantage point. This is where Whimsicott usually meet up with the Poniard, right? That's what they said, but I don't see it anywhere. If it was here earlier, maybe it left some kind of sign. Well, Poniard are known for their blades. It's not much, but it's the only lead. It's not much, but it's the only lead we got. Very good looking.
Whoa!
Well, there's proof that the Whimsicott were here.
Hey, Tim, no need to hold back, you know. Talk to me whenever you want. I'm right here, after all. I really feel like dancing right now.
No.
What you think, Tim? Check out my moves! Great detective tip number 2. If you want to catch a culprit, start with their Pokémon. You can learn a lot from their partner Pokémon.
This rock definitely doesn't look suspicious. These gashes look like they were left by something sharp, like a blade. I doubt a human will be strong enough to make clean cuts like these.
Let's continue on for a bit more. Whoa!
Found that.
Okay, let's start deducing.
Okay.
Okay, let's start deducing. Great.
Yo, check out those leaves. Note this off, do it out of order. And it's time to start deducing a little bit.
Okay.
Where's the red Pokemon? Here.
Okay.
Well,
Can you think of any? Can you think of any what? Can you think of any way to draw Poniard here? Climb on it.
Oh.
How's this?
I just hope it's actually here to see this.
Yep, it's here. Yeah, just spawned in front of us.
It's Poniard.
Just like Whimsicott said. It's saying, "Darest thou tread upon my cherished rock?" What is the meaning of this? Thine answer shall determine thy fate. I will show thee no mercy. Whoa, it's got old time speak.
Wow, it's really angry.
Sorry, we just wanted to find you. We weren't trying to mess with your rock or anything. You want to know why we're looking for you? Fair enough. We've got some questions we'd like to ask you.
Would you mind talking with us for a bit?
It says it'll talk. So what about you? You've been traveling all over as part of your journey to warriorhood?
I'm sorry, journey to warriorhood?
It travels all over the place to practice and improve its moves. It says it was born with says that because it was born with these blades, it wishes nothing more than to master them.
If Poniard is proud of those blades, I bet it has razor-sharp edges.
It says it can easily slice a rock in two. This might sound a bit strange, but you haven't punched anyone recently, have you? Poniard says it's never punched a single person or Pokemon in its life. Good point. You could cut something with those hands of yours, but you definitely couldn't punch it.
Yeah, on second thought, you'd wind up with a different injury if you were punched by a Poniard.
Yeah. Are there any other Poniard in the city besides you?
What's it saying?
Apparently there's never seen any other Poniard.
Were you the one who went with the Whimsicott to the dentist residence?
Poniard's not sure if it was the same place, but it vaguely remembers going into a big house. It says it entered the house together with the Whimsicott.
How'd you get inside the mansion?
Oh, like that.
Did you happen to cut a jewel case while you were in the mansion?
So you can remember the sensation of cutting through something. But the rest is a blur. This is important, so please try to remember. It says its mind feels all foggy, and it can't just remember what was going on at the time.
That makes things difficult. What do you know about the ducklet?
It hasn't seen her.
Great. We finally managed to find Poniard, but we weren't able to learn anything useful from it.
Yeah, some of what it said even contradicted testimony we gathered earlier. Maybe we could get more information if we had the proof of Poniard entered the mansion. It says if we're done here, so it's asking if we're done here so we can get back to training. It's planning on cutting rocks and things to sharpen its skills and blades.
Cut rocks? Wow, would it be willing to demonstrate for us?
Ooh, good idea. It'd be a big help to see what a cut from a Poniard looks like.
Awesome.
That was actually not that impressive. It matches what we know of the crime scene.
That means the Pokemon that entered the mansion must have been Poniard.
But neither Whimsicott nor Poniard remembers it clearly. What's up with that?
I can't imagine what the Pokemon are lying. Can't imagine that the Pokemon are lying.
Their behavior is pretty unusual, but there must be a good reason for it.
I don't think we'll figure out what's wrong with their memories until we investigate a bit more.
Right, let's do what we can right now.
We should consider looking for Ducklet now that we've found Poniard.
Barnes said he asked her to pick up some coffee beans today, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe someone at the Hi Hat Cafe saw Ducklet there.
Now that you mention it, we never managed to go there ourselves after Holiday showed up. Oh.
So, your hands are blades, huh? Wow, that's pretty neat.
Oh.
Who's this lady? How wonderful to meet you, Detective. Seriously, it's an honor. Nice to meet you too. Can I help you out, or... do you not really know who I am? I am a kind of a big deal on Rhyme University campus, and I know you go to school there too.
Know anything about the so-called big deal, Tim?
Not that I can think of. They call me the quiz professor. I'm still a student, but that's what they call me. This is my partner, Toucanon.
That is a lot higher pitched than I thought it would be.
So, you're the quiz professor. I can't resist sharing the knowledge I've learned, so I've quizzed all sorts of people.
That explains the nickname. This quiz professor is definitely on the eccentric side. A Pikachu doing detective work is pretty eccentric too.
Why don't we celebrate our meeting with a quiz? We're pretty busy working on a case right now. Okay, here's the first question.
In one ear and out the other.
What Pokemon catches prey using its long tongue? The Pokemon question is somewhere in this very city, so get out there and look for it.
What's your tongue like, Toucan? Mind opening that beak of yours?
And that's a local thing. And what do you know? It's a Cinderace evolution here. Hat trick. I think that's the Pokemon we're looking for that other local quest. Dang. I got my answer.
Yes.
It's Lickitung, right? Yay, did it. But there's more. What Pokemon uses cute looks to put you off your guard so it can steal from you? Oh, we don't have the time to deal with another theft. What Pokemon tries to steal from people? I know. You! Wait, what? My pen's gone! I mean, y'all don't need proof. If you're a longtime Pokemon fan, you gotta know it's a Purloin. Also, did the game just slow down?
Yes.
The answer is Purloin. Let the quiz continue. Oh. What Pokemon moves as a group? That one over there. Let's look at them. They're all moving.
Yes.
The answer is Phalanx. And that's all. I'm wondering what this high-speed movement is. It's interesting. I want to try this. It's just something I found. So wait, I just hold ZR and oh my goodness, he's moving. Bro, who would have guessed there's a dash button in this game, but there's no animation for it. Bro, the speedruns are about to actually be activated.
Drub!
Who are you? Oh, oh.
Hey, wait up!
Okay.
It's gone.
Oh.
Come here. Okay, where'd it go? Okay, not here. Hey, it's a Lillipup. Is that what the walk is? Say, Pikachu, isn't this
Yeah, it's Lilypup. It may indeed be the partner of the woman we met in front of Dennis' residence. Let's ask. Hey there, Lilypup. What are you doing all over here? I see. He wasn't having so much fun running around that he wasn't paying attention to where he was going. Next thing you knew, he was here. Just like that woman said earlier. He says he misses his partner. Okay, we're going to tell her and bring her here to you, Lilypup. Lilypup, I'm so glad you've been found. Thank you so much for finding my dear Lilypup detective. You're welcome. I'm glad we could help. You ran away because you weren't getting enough playtime, didn't you? Alright, then we can play together as much as you'd like today. Yes, that's settled.
Project. 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 Project.
And we're at the Hi Hat Cafe. Feels good to be back here.
Oh, Tim!
Hello there.
Who are you? Jessica Miller. Wow, what a coincidence running into you here. Yeah, I'm surprised as you are. I think I've seen this girl somewhere before. Oh, I remember. Howard's Notebooks. She's the girl from the photo. Yes, Pikachu, this is Rachel. We go to college together. She's the mayor's daughter? Right. Right. You said she knows a lot. She's just a classmate or... See, this is why I don't like you. This is why I don't like telling you about my personal life. I'm just looking out for you. I never hear you talk about actually having fun with people. Yeah, anyway, who's the one next to her? I know about as much as you do. I don't think we've met before. Hey, Jessica, you've heard of these? Of course, it's an honor to meet the great detectives. By the way, Tim, were you talking to Pikachu just now? What? No way. No need to be embarrassed. I totally understand the urge to talk with your partner. But now that you're here, why don't you chat with us for a bit? Yeah, sure.
You and Pikachu must be working hard, huh?
Yeah, he's actually more helpful than he looks.
That's pretty impressive, Pikachu.
Come on, Tim. You can give me a better compliment than that. You seem different than the usual somehow. Don't tell me that word my dad gave you is already starting to change you. No, of course not. I'm the same I've always been. Are you sure? I mean, we don't really know each other all that well. Maybe you've got the wrong impression on me? No way! I have my eye on you for a while now, Tim. Excuse me? Oh, does she mean what I think she means? It's like I have a front row seat to the great detective in action. It feels like an exciting new adventure could break out any moment. Right. Did you get your hopes up for a moment there, Tim? Quiet, you.
Tim, you need any help?
It is such an honor to meet you, Tim. Thank you for solving the R case. You have no idea what that meant to me.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
I see news about your accomplishments on TV all.
I see news about your accomplishments on TV all the time. You're quite the celebrity. A celebrity? I wouldn't go quite that far. No need to be modest. You're a great detective after all. Jessica used to work with my mother years ago. That's how we met, and we've been friends ever since. Oh, I see. But it's been a while since we met up like this. About 2 years, I think? We've both been busy lately. There just hasn't been time to get together. I had no idea you'd become friends with the famous great detective. Were you surprised? Yes, of course.
Hey, I'm the greatest detective.
By the way, Tim, I worked at a pizzeria on Bamboo Burrow. If you're ever in the area, stop by. I'll treat you to one of our awesome pizzas. Alright, did you hear that, Tim? Let's go sometime. The pizza place where Jessica works is actually pretty famous. Sounds great. I'd love to go. I'll take you up on that offer. I'll be waiting. Tim, there's actually something I want to talk to you about. What's up? Well, it's about something going on at home.
Sounds serious.
I'm not sure how much help I'll be, but you can always talk to me. I don't want to waste your time, though. Don't worry about it. I'm working right now, but we can meet up tonight if you're free. Sure, that works. Thank you, Tim. Okay, then how about you stop by my apartment later this evening?
Hey, not bad, Tim. But aren't we supposed to have dinner with your family tonight?
Yeah, but this sounds serious. I can't just brush her off. Least I can do is hear her out for a little bit.
Fair enough. I'm sure your family will understand.
Tim.
Oh, he's calling us.
Hey, Tim. Jessica seems really grateful to us for solving the R case 2 years ago. Nice to know our hard work wasn't for nothing.
Good to know.
Tim, do you need any help?
What now?
Hey. I see.
Hey, let's talk to Pablo. Should be Pablo, right?
Well, look who it is.
It is Pablo. Good.
Carlo!
Hey, hi Tim. Something happened today? I noticed you weren't here this morning. Yeah, I got caught up in a new case.
Oh, sounds rough.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Me? Sure, go right ahead.
Excuse me?
About the Hi Hat Cafe, you must have been really busy moving your cafe to this new location. Do you feel all settled now?
Yeah, feels like things are finally back to normal.
I know Pikachu's been coming here on its own to drink his... I know Pikachu's been coming here on his own to drink your coffee. I hope he hasn't been causing you any trouble.
Trouble? Me? I'm a paying customer. Why don't you pick up my tab?
Not at all. The cafe's way closer to your place now, and it seems like Pikachu feels comfortable here. And the Hi Hat Cafe is always welcomes Pokemon customers.
Hey.
The butler from the dentist mansion? Yeah, he swings by the cafe pretty often after he's done with work. Barnes is a regular customer?
Yeah, he loves coffee and jazz, so we got plenty to talk about. But apparently he's been really stressed lately, so he hasn't been stopping by as much.
He's been really stressed, huh?
You should probably ask for more details about that.
Stressed? Do you know why Barnes was stressed? Was he worried about something?
Oh, well, I'm not sure. It's my place to tell you about a customer's personal matters.
Please, we're just trying to help. It's for Barnes' sake.
Ah, so this is for a case, huh? And I guess I better tell you. He was worried about the jewel that Mr. Dennis was planning to donate to Rhyme City. Apparently, the Dennises had a difference on opinion about that. Barnes was trying to come up with a compromise that would satisfy both of them, but he said he just wound up getting stuck in the middle of an argument.
That does sound stressful.
I remember him saying he wished there was no jewel in the first place. He wished there was no jewel, huh? Anyway, that's all I know. Hope it helps.
Yes, thank you.
Excuse me?
Do you know about the ducklet that lives at the dentist residence?
Yeah, I know her. You're talking about Barnes' partner, right? She often comes here all of our own to buy coffee beans. She really is a clever little Pokemon. Just like Barnes said. She always comes with this cute little bag that I fill with beans for her. As far as I know, she takes them straight back to the mansion. In fact, she left with her usual order a couple minutes ago. It's a good note.
Really? And okay, that's all we can get.
Let's start deducing.
In a minute.
Lura? Lura?
Wonder what this Ludicolo knows about Ducklet. Have you seen Ducklet recently?
She says Ducklet comes to the cafe pretty often. Pablo knows more about that apparently. Oh, and you sometimes see Ducklet at Serenity Park. I see. So the pond water there is good for your fur, and you meet Ducklet there sometimes when you go to bathe. How nice that you tell each other about good swimming spots.
I guess water-type Pokemon get along swimmingly with each other.
Okay, let's start deducing.
Not yet.
What? Let me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, let's start deducing. Okay, let's start deducing.
Fine. Only 2 notes? Alright.
Okay.
So where did Ducklet go? Back here. Okay.
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 Didn't Ducklet go to the Hi-Hat Cafe to buy coffee beans?
Yeah, apparently she goes there on a regular basis to buy them. Today was one of those days.
And Pablo said that he handed Ducklet her usual order of coffee beans.
So I guess Ducklet headed back to the mansion then.
She might be back there already.
That's the card cleared.
Okay.
Let's head back to the mansion to search for Ducklet.
Good idea.
Whoa!
What in the world were you doing? My apologies, sir. Did something happen, Brad?
Ducklet was spotted near the mansion just now, but when my subordinates tried to catch her, they let her escape. Oh, so Ducklet had just gone back to the mansion.
Do you know where she ran off to?
Unfortunately, I do not, and I don't have the resources to keep searching. At this point, I'll have to call in the services of the Pokemon Protection Bureau. You! Tell the inspector that I'm heading back to the station for a moment.
Yes, sir. Well, Brad and Manectric are gone.
But still, we have no idea where Ducklet could have run off to. Where would we even start looking?
We've looked all over the place, but we haven't seen Ducklet anywhere.
Apparently, she almost got caught earlier, but then ran away. So maybe she's hiding somewhere.
Then how are we going to find her?
Oh, we got more notes. We couldn't get much useful information from Ponyard. I think Ducklet is our only good lead now.
I guess we need to keep asking around then.
I don't know, maybe she got scared and went into hiding. If she did, it'll be really hard for just the 2 of us to find her.
Yeah, how should we look for her then?
Good question. How about we ask a Pokemon to help us?
A Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon have all sorts of special skills. That face. Maybe there's a Pokemon that can help us find Ducklet.
Do you think it'd be willing to help us though?
I'm sure one of the Pokemon in the dentist residence could help I'm sure one of the Pokemon in Dennis residence would gladly help us out. After all, the theft happened in their own home.
Good point. Let's go back to the mansion and ask their... Good point. Let's go back to the mansion and ask the Pokemon there for help.
The search for Ducklet appears to have gone cold, and she could have important testimony to share. Consider the clues at the scene of the crime to deduce how to find her. Well, that'd be right here. We need Growlithe, we need Growlithe, we need Growlithe, we need Growlithe. Ah!
Yes?
Oh, it's you. Isn't your investigation finished already? I'm sorry, but it'll take a bit more time. This is absurd. We all know Barnes did it.
Would you give it a rest, Claudia? Barnes just isn't the type of person who would do a thing like this.
Sounds an awful lot like wishful thinking to me. Barnes simply wanted the Aurora job for himself. He's been play acting as a perfect butler, but all he's serving us is a platter of greed and deceit.
Just listen to yourself. How could you say that about a man who's Just listen to yourself. How could you say that about a man who served us faithfully for so many years?
Open your eyes already. Barnes has betrayed you. Please, calm down, both of you. Barnes' Ducklet was sighted a few minutes ago. We're hoping that when we find Ducklet, we'll also find a clue.
Excellent. I'm certain you'll find proof that Barnes is innocent.
And where's Ducklet now? She got away. We're about to go search for her. Such incompetence. Hurry up and find her.
It's not gonna be easy finding Ducklet with just the two of us. Let's get some help from another Pokemon to search for Ducklet. That's gonna be you. Okay, well, I blocked the view. About your skills, sir. I mean, ma'am. Do you have any special skills that might help us catch the thief? She says she's got a very keen nose. Oh, okay.
That could come in handy. Maybe she can track something by following its scent.
Yeah, that might work. Let's do it. Got the fluff. But Fable says she has way better hearing than most Pokemon do. Never mind. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure I've heard that Clefable can hear sounds from over half a mile away.
Half a mile? A human could never dream of having hearing like that.
Could you speak more softly, Tim? She says her ears are sensitive to loud noises.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Clefable. I'll try to keep it down from now on.
What about you? We're having trouble finding a Pokemon right now. Can you use your special skills to help us, Manectric? He says he's got a sharp nose and is good at tracking, but... He's working, so he can't leave his post.
Manectric as devoted as ever to his job, I see.
Now?
Okay, let's start deducing. Okay, let's start deducing.
So we got a couple of Pokemon's testimonies to work with, I see.
Okay.
Have we found a Pokemon with the skills necessary to help us search for Ducklet?
Let's think about the information we gathered.
I don't need to think about it. Bam!
Okay.
See? Easy.
Okay.
Let's ask Growlithe for help.
I hope she can find Ducklet.
Growlithe, I got a favor to ask you in that excellent nose of yours. I'd like your help finding Ducklet. It's possible that Ducklet is somehow mixed up in this incident. She might even know who stole that key from you. We really need your help to solve this case. Oh, really? You've been wanting to help Dennis too? Great, thank you, Growlithe. Huh? You want me to ride on your back? Ah, so you can take me wherever the scent leads you. Got it. That should be a lot easier than trying to give directions at every turn. What do you think, Tim? You want us to track this? What do you think, Tim? You want us to track this scent down right away? Let's do it. Yeah, can I leave it to you? You got it. Let's go, Growlithe.
Okay, let's do this.
Well, he tried.
Sorry, but could you sit down for a sec? All right. Let's go.
Ashamed.
It's the first time I've ever... Is it the first time? Is it the first time I've ever given someone a ride?
She says this is the first time she's ever given someone a ride.
Why did you just repeat what I said?
Oh, whoops. When it's just you and me talking, I guess I don't need to interpret for Tim. Anyway, let's get the search underway. How about you track the scent?
I just sniffed the ground and I can tell where the scent is strongest.
Gotcha. Look for where the scent is strongest.
Right, and there's still traces of Ducklet scent inside the house. I think I can track them from here.
Okay, let's get going, Growlithe.
Yeah!
I'll just hold down the R button. Okay. We are now playing as a Pokemon. Better than a lot of other games. Okay, sniff. Whoa. Oh, there's something here. There's something here, all right. Ooh, dash. I can still dash while sniffing. That's great, bro. Oh.
I'm picking up Ducklet scent around here. Ducklet always leaves this way when she takes walks and goes shopping. Her scent is still lingering here.
If we follow that smell, we should be able to find Ducklet. Let's track the scent carefully. Don't want to lose it.
Right.
There.
It's that.
I'm gonna stop that. Did you find her?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Come on out, Ducklet. It's your pal Growlithe.
Huh?
There it is.
I was wondering who found me. It's good to see a friendly face. Wait, who's on your back?
Hi there. I'm the great Detective Pikachu.
And you're a friend of Growlithe's?
I'd like to think so. Putting that aside, though, could you tell me why you're all the way out here?
Some strange humans were chasing me. It was really scary. I don't know what could have possibly done to make them so upset.
I think you may have been involved in a crime.
Huh? What crime? Something precious was stolen from the house.
And you and Barnes are currently under suspicion.
Say what? Neither of us would ever do something like that.
I know, I don't think it was you. I'll need to ask you some questions to help prove your innocence, and Barnes too, is that alright?
I guess.
What?
I'm Barnes' partner. You're always helping him out because he's so busy, right?
Like when you buy beans at the Hi Hat Cafe? Barnes must have some good taste, much like myself.
You drink that black water too? I tried it once, but Barnes seems to enjoy it so much, but I practically gagged when it hit my tongue. Too bitter.
It's a sophisticated flavor for sophisticated Pokemon.
Yes, well, but I'm sure I'll be sophisticated like that someday. Just watch.
Can you tell me about Barnes?
Barnes is my partner. He's a true gentleman. If you've met him, I'm sure you understand what I mean.
Yep, though I think I might have him beat in the gentleman department.
As if. Right. Anyway, he's good about telling me when I've done something well. I may not look like it, but I'm actually really a good swimmer. Barnes always compliments me when I show off my fancy swimming techniques at the fountain. No one that lovely could possibly be a bad person, right? Right?
Like I said, I don't think he did it.
Don't worry, Ducklet. We'll clear Barnes' name. Thank you, Growlithe.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that voice. Ugh. Can you tell me about Barnes?
Barnes is my partner. He's a true gentleman. If you've met him, I'm sure you understand what I mean.
Yep, though I think I might have him beat in a gentle.
Oh, did I already read this? I'm gonna stop doing that voice. It's killing me.
Why were you hiding here? There must have been plenty of other places you could have been picked. Why are you hiding here? There's plenty of other places where you could have picked.
It's my favorite spot, and I told you I got chased around by a bunch of strangers. I was feeling pretty ruffled, so I came here to calm down.
Gotcha.
See that water over there? I love bathing in it. That's a testimony noting. What? Oh yeah? Maybe I should try it too.
Whoa there, Growlithe. Aren't you a fire type? Pretty sure a bath is a bad idea.
Oh, good point. Walking by the waterside feels lovely too. It's nice and cool without all the wetness. Sweet! I'll try that instead. Thanks, Ducklet.
What were you up to this morning before the incident occurred?
All I did was eat breakfast like always. Then I got really sleepy. Not like always.
If you fell asleep after breakfast, when did you go out?
Well, at some point Turner woke me up. I usually go out shopping right after Barnes asked me to, but today I was in a hurry because I overslept, so I rushed to grab my bag and flew out from a window on the second floor.
And you're sure it was Turner who woke you up?
Yes, I'm sure.
And Growlithe, you fell asleep too?
Yep, but only because today's breakfast was really yummy. I guess I ate so much I got sleepy after.
Do you two always eat your meals together?
Not usually, no. I always eat with Cramorant.
What? There's a Cramorant in the household?
Yep. Cramorant is Turner's partner.
Is that so? Bit strange that Turner never mentioned that. So according to your story, Ducklet, you were out on an errand when the crime took place. But because you were asleep early, you're not sure exactly what time you left. Yeesh. If even Ducklet doesn't know anything, how are we supposed to solve this case?
You mean we might never find the jewel?
No, we still got one more lead. The Cramorant that Ducklet mentioned. I'm wondering why we never saw it in the mansion. How long has Cramorant been gone?
I don't know. By the time I noticed, he was already gone.
We should probably go talk to him then. Can you track Cramorant down by scent, Growlithe?
If you have something with Cramorant scent on it, then sure.
I don't suppose you could use this.
Oh, that's one of Cramorant's feathers.
Just as I thought. Good thing I picked it up earlier.
With that, I could definitely track Cramorant's scent.
Now we just have to figure out where to pick up the trail. Since Cramorant seems to have left the mansion, we could probably try around the front gate.
What should I do? I'm really worried about Barnes.
I understand how you feel, but if you go home now, things will probably just get more complicated. Can you wait here just a little bit longer while we solve the case?
Okay. Please, I'm counting on the both of you to take care of Barnes. Leave it to us.
Right then, let's go, Growlithe.
Oh, just like that.
Well, did you get a whiff of Cramorant's scent?
Yes, I've got it. It's still quite strong, so Cramorant was probably walking around here this morning.
So we just need to follow that scent. Alright, Growlithe, follow your nose.
Oh, there it is. He was watching us. Ah, there he is.
Hey, Pikachu over there! Could that be?
It's a Trubbish from earlier. Bird face.
Trubbit! Trubbit!
Yes, it's Cramorant.
Must be feeling pretty carefree to fall asleep in a place like this.
We've been looking for you, Cramorant. What? Oh, hey, it's Growlithe. What you doing here? That's what I'd like to ask you. What's going on?
Sorry to bother you when you just woke up, but do you think you can answer some questions?
Who are you?
No need to be scared. I'm the great Detective Pikachu, and I'm here to help you.
Great, what's a Pikachu? That's good. Pikachu is my friend, and he has some questions for you, Cramorant.
I still don't know what's going on, but sure.
What do you want to ask me, dude?
Hey.
Are you Turner's partner, Cramorant?
Sure am, dude. What about it? We were worried about you because you weren't at home. Really? My bad.
Can you tell me more about Turner?
Turner's my partner. He's a good dude. Me and him go way back. Cramorant is always helping Turner out with his duties at the house. If Turner calls for me, I head right over, no matter where he is. I even go shopping with him, dude. If he needs something carried, I just swallow it whole.
Wait, you swallow it? Is that safe for anyone?
It's fine, dude. Just rub my back and I'll hork it up where it's filling my tongue lickety-split.
Ugh, more like lickety-spit. I guess Cramorant are built for that, huh?
Hey.
Why were you sleeping out here of all places?
Because I got real sleepy after I ate breakfast. Alright, everyone fell asleep. Good to know. Hey, me too. Whoa, really?
So Duckland and the others all fell asleep.
After that, Turner woke me up and I flew right out of the house.
Why did he wake you up?
Cause what was it again? He said to go to the back alley, I think.
You don't even remember that? Yeesh, what a guy.
I kind of fell asleep only a few times on the way here too, but in the end I made it. I was so sleepy. Well, when I was about to zonk out, I found this choice bed. I took a nap, dude. He's talking about me, by the way. You thought Trubbish was a bed? Yeah, dude's like super squishy.
This guy's something else.
If you wanted to sleep, wouldn't it make more sense to go home first? I'm sure Turner's worried about you. Turner! That's right, I gotta head back to Turner.
Any particular reason?
Cause he's my partner, dude. Or wait, they say not to go back? Which was it again?
Hey, don't look at me.
I really think you should get back. Turner must be worried about you.
I'd like to hear about what Kramer was doing about the time the incident occurred. You said you ate breakfast and got sleepy, right?
Yeah. You must have eaten a lot. Same as us, actually. But even now, my tongue is so stuffed, dude. Wasn't breakfast a while ago? Why are you still so full? I'm not sure, dude. My tongue feels the same as when I swallow something big. Another testimony. Something big, huh? Interesting. Well, we heard from Cramrat, but his answers weren't very clear. Let's try talking to Truppish. Huh? Me? This one's gonna be fun to mimic.
Trumpet?
Did you need something from me? We're investigating a crime. Do you mind if we ask you a few questions? A crime? I'm sure I don't know anything about that. That's fine. You're not in any trouble. We're just trying to gather all the information we can. Will you help us, please? I guess I can ask you a few questions.
Hey.
So tell me a bit about yourself.
Sure, but there's not much to say.
Alright, then have you noticed anything strange recently?
Strange? Well, I've been gathering trash from around the city like I do every day. You do that every day? Wow, thank you. It's just my routine. I guess I did collect some unusual trash today. Does that count as strange? What was so unusual about it? It was stuck to a Whimsicott head. They were in front of a big house when I found it.
A Whimsicott getting stuff stuck to its head doesn't sound all that unusual to me.
Pikachu, you can't just say things like that. Trash is important to Trubbish. Don't call it stuff.
What brings you here?
Well, I'm not good around humans, and humans don't usually come here, so it seemed like a safe place.
Did they do something mean to you?
Nah, I just don't like too much noise. And humans are so noisy, don't you think?
Dang.
Guess? Anyway, this place is nice and quiet.
Hey.
Do you still have the trash that was stuck to Whimsicott?
Yeah, I was saving it for a snack. Why, do you want it?
I'd like to at least have a look at it. Could you show it to us?
Sure, I guess.
It's pretty crumpled up, but it looks like a note.
Hey, it smells like the rooms in our house.
You mean Dennis's mansion? That's interesting. Let me see. Open the window after Barnes leaves. That will be the signal. Once the window is open, I'll send Poniard in with Whimsicott to cut the case. You should then be able to collect the jewel. If you play your part properly, you should be able to frame Barnes for everything. And if you're successful, we'll both be coming into quite a lot of money. Good luck. This is a note from the culprit.
What?
So the thief had an accomplice, huh? That must be why there are multiple Pokemon involved. Whatever the case, this is definitely a big clue.
That's very nice indeed. This is great, Pikachu.
Sorry about this, Trubbish, but do you think we can have this piece of trash, please?
I guess if you want that badly, sure.
Thanks. I'll be sure to make it up to you later.
Okay.
I guess we managed to ask everything we wanted to.
Now we head back home?
Yeah, we got a good clue, so let's go meet up with Tim again.
Got it.
What are you gonna do, Cramran? Want to come back to the mansion with us?
Nah, I'm good. I'll head back at my own pace. My tongue feels like way heavy from that breakfast I ate. Poor Cramran looks pretty uncomfortable.
Okay, you just rest here for a while then. Once you feel like you can move again, come on back to the mansion.
Okay.
Alright, let's head back, Growlithe. Hey, Tim, we're back. We're back, Tim.
Thanks, both of you. Are you gonna get down off Growlithe now, Pikachu?
Yeah, I'm getting off.
Can you get down on your own?
Psh, please, who do you think I am? I can handle this. How'd your investigation with Growlithe go, Pikachu?
About that, Tim, we found some incredible evidence.
Really? What is it?
Oh, you see... And that's about it.
Wow, good work, Pikachu. I think we're definitely closer to solving this case now.
Yep, now hurry up and open your case notebook. Let's think this over and organize all the info we got.
Okay, let's start deducing.
Fine. Ooh, a lot of information. We can complete this now. We can complete this flowchart.
Okay.
Is there something that can prove Barnes' innocence?
Let's think of something that would be convincing to the police as well. Let's see. How can we prove this? How about this note? Yes. That's it.
Okay.
That note Trubbish found. We can prove Barnes' innocence with that, can't we?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Here's what the note said. Open the window after Barnes leaves. That will be the signal. This is clear proof that Barnes isn't the culprit, and this is clear proof that Barnes isn't the culprit, and that the real culprit is still out there.
And we're done with that flowchart. We need to find the real culprit now. So there's someone out there behind all this.
And not only that, there are multiple culprits working together. Someone who sent Pokemon in from outside, and someone inside the mansion who let them in.
You think whoever left that Pokemon inside lives in the mansion?
That seems like the natural conclusion.
But how did the culprit unlock the door to the jewel storage room? Only Barnes and Mr. Dennis can use that key, right?
Usually, yeah, but the culprit found a way.
A way to what?
Think about it, Tim. When did Growlithe say the key disappeared?
When they were sleeping, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said it disappeared when she was sleeping.
That's right, and anyone could have taken the key while Growlithe was asleep.
I guess you're right. But Growlithe doesn't usually nap. Do you really think she just happened to nap right when they were about to commit the crime?
That's just it. Think back on what all the different Pokemon in the mansion told us. Did you notice anything they had in common? Anything strange?
All of them went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
All the Pokemon from the mansion said they fell asleep.
That's right, Tim. Glad you noticed that.
Oh, new flowchart note. There we go.
The exact same time the jewel was stolen, all the Pokemon in the mansion were asleep. There's no way that's a coincidence.
You think someone wanted it to happen?
I'd say the odds of that are pretty high.
There's got to be some kind of evidence. There's got to be some kind of evidence we can use to prove that.
Let's search the mansion, Chim.
What's Chim?
Yo, Tim. What's up with you and Rachel, anyway?
Oh my
Just
gosh.
friends? Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Okay.
We need to look for something in the food dishes. Well, there's one here.
This is just that Growlithe's food was in.
There's some sort of powder in it.
Hey, Tim, this is sleep powder.
Oh, we can't see it though, but we know it's there. Wow, you could tell that just by looking, Pikachu? I'm a Pokemon, remember? Not to mention a great detective. Of course I can tell what kind of powder this is. It's not even something to brag about. Which means there was sleep powder in the food. I think we can be pretty sure of that.
Okay, let's start deducing.
Okay. We got addition to the flowchart, time to deduce.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Someone deliberately put the Pokemon in the mansion to sleep with sleep powder. Not a good sign, bro. Definitely suspicious. It's getting easier to picture just how the crime was committed. But where could the culprit have gotten the sleep powder in the first place? In this city? I could think of a few places, but if we follow the path that was used to bring it inside, we might learn more about the culprit. You'll just need Growlithe's help again for that, right? Right? Why don't you take a little of the power with you just in case? One step ahead of you. Let's go talk to Growlithe, Tim. And now we follow the scent of the sleep powder. Oh, there it is. Yeah, go, 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 go. Wonder how long this will take. Ah, it's that. It's this Venonat, bro. Oh no, Pikachu, the scent stops here. What do we do now? There must be something around here. Let's look around the terrace. Well, it's pretty obvious. It's you. You weren't there before. It's a Venonat. No mistaking those massive eyes. Apparently they can even see in the dark. So sparkly. Yes, yes. What is it? Yes. Do you mind if we ask you some questions? Okay, I'm really busy, but yes, yes. What's got you so busy? Oh, nothing. I'm just eating, that's all. Eat fast. Soon it'll be time for dinner. More eating. Yes, yes. You've got plenty of time till then, right? Why are you always in such a hurry? Yes, yes. At least that's what everyone tells me. Yes. Have you tried maybe chilling out for a bit? It can't. This is my natural state. Yes. Can't. This is my natural state. Yes, yes. Hee hee. Okay. Venonat sure is funny. What are you doing here? This spot is great because you can see the whole city and it's lovely, it's pretty and nice. On top of that, many, many, many teeny, tiny bugs gathered here and nice. Oh, yes, marvelous. You like bugs, Venonat? Yes, yes, very much so. Yes, they're my favorite treat. Your favorite treat? I think we can drop this line of questioning. Is this your sleep powder? Nope, definitely not mine. No, sirree. How can you tell? I use my sleep powder to catch prey. It doesn't smell this soothing or beautiful. Nope, nope, nope. Not one bit. I
see.
do believe this is Lilligant's fragrance. Oh, yes.
Yeah? Where would we find Lilligant?
I would check one of the nearby hedges, probably. No, definitely, yes. To the greenery.
Where is the greenery, though?
Oh.
There we go. It's Lilligant. This Pokemon is known for having an aroma that calms the heart and mind.
That's where the nice smell was. You think I smell nice? You're sweet.
Do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Not at all. Your timing is actually perfect. I was just taking a break from dancing. Ask me whatever you like.
Can you tell me a bit more about yourself?
Getting personal, are we? Alas, I'm rather unremarkable. Just a Lilligant with a love for dance. You wouldn't have to look hard and find many others like me.
What are you doing here?
Why, this is my favorite place. Basking in the sunlight here feels ever so good, and dancing here fills me with endless joy.
You dance here a lot, then?
Yes, sometimes humans and Pokemon even come to watch. Everyone who watches me dance seems to fall asleep, but at least they're smiling when they do. Would you like a demonstration? La la la. Oh, nice. I could use a nap.
Wait, Lilligant, please don't dance. Is this your sleep powder?
Yes, I recognize the fragrance.
Do you remember giving this to anyone?
No, you see, my sleep powder just pops out naturally whenever I dance. Though thinking on it now, there was a human who came to watch me dance recently.
Really? Do you remember what they looked like?
I'm afraid not. I was in the zone. That's rough.
Hey, it's something. Thanks for your help, Lilligant.
I see.
Now we know how the sleep powder was obtained.
Are we done investigating?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, I'd like to tell Tim what we found. Let's hurry back, Growlithe.
Sure.
Good fast travel.
I see. So you're still not sure who the culprit is.
Right, but we did learn something important.
What's that?
Think about it, Tim. The sleep powder scent trail led directly from the mansion to the terrace. Do you really think that's normal?
I guess it would make sense that the person who brought the sleep powder already lived in the mansion.
Exactly, which makes it even more likely that it was an inside job. Oh, flowchart. Someone managed to get some Lilligant sleep powder. Then they mixed it in the Pokemon's breakfast. Sure sounds like an inside job to me.
Which means the culprit is someone inside this mansion.
Let's do some more sleuthing and find out who.
You have to gather some alibi, bro.
Ask for anything you'd like. My staff member Turner always prepares the food here. There we go. It used to be one of Barnes' duties, but the task has fallen to Turner since he joined the staff. He's truly made himself quite useful.
Alright, dude, it's Turner. He was a nervous wreck earlier.
Yes.
Poor Larry. Can we please talk to you again, Mr. Turner? Yeah, of course. Ask me anything. About your food, sir. Mr. Dennis is really picky about the ingredients I use for Growlithe's food. He tells me what to put in it, and I make the food to his exact specifications. Oh, I wonder then. Sounds like Mr. Dennis really cares about his Growlithe's health. Yes, he truly cares about Pokemon. A good egg, that one.
Dennis seems like quite the guy. What's healthy and what's tasty don't always match up, though.
Alright, not enough of an alibi.
Yes?
You. Did you still want something? Yes, I'm sorry. We really appreciate your help.
Yes?
I don't know anything about Growlithe's food. I would suggest you ask Turner about it. Did you happen to see Growlithe eating her food today? No, I didn't. I'm not in the habit of watching her eat. The Pokemon of the house eat in a separate room from us humans.
Oh, okay.
Maybe there's a caretaker. If they ate in the same room as us, their fur, feathers, or what you have gotten our food, so they eat in a different room, at my request, of course.
A policy like that's not gonna make you very popular with Pokemon, lady.
Yes. You. Mr. Barnes, butler. I'm having anything.
Yes.
I know exactly what kinds of food Growlithe prefers.
Okay. She's particularly fond of sweets. When I was in charge of her meals, I made a point of preparing sweet desserts for her.
You're a good guy, Barnes. You can learn a thing or two from this guy, Tim. Give me more sweets.
No. Is Pikachu alright? He seems to be acting strangely. Don't worry, this is normal for him.
Okay, let's start deducing.
That was fast. All 4 of them. Here we go.
Okay.
Who would have been able to mix sleep powder into Growler's food? Easy. You.
Okay.
The only person who could have put sleep powder in the Pokemon's meals is Turner. It has to have been him.
Bingo! He's in charge of preparing Pokemon meals. He could have easily slipped it into their food. However, this fact alone is enough to implicate Turner.
We got the flowchart done. That's what counts, bro.
Turner's the one who used the sleep powder. But that's just conjecture. We don't have any hard evidence.
We'll definitely need to find some proof, but I'm not sure how.
It's a kind of aggressive move, but we could try shaking him up a bit. Let's see if we can make Turner nervous. We might learn something based on how he reacts. Think you're up to it?
It's worth a try.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, hello, Tim. How's the investigation going? We're actually a bit stuck at the moment. I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I could do for you? I was actually hoping to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind. By all means, ask away.
Excuse me?
You've got a partner, Cramorant, right, Mr. Turner? What? How do you know that? It came up a while we were gathering statements in the city. I see. I hope you don't think I was hiding that fact or anything. I was afraid he might become a suspect. I did tell the police, of course.
Really?
It's been a while since I've seen him, actually. Worryingly so. Where could he have gone? Oh, we just saw Cramorant walking back toward the mansion.
Why that little... I told him to stay put. Stay put.
Why'd you tell him that, Mr. Turner? Oh, I didn't want him going out of his own. I've been so worried that he might have gotten mixed up in the crime somehow. Thank you so much for finding him, Tim. It's such a huge relief.
Whoa, that's pretty suspicious, bro.
We're thinking about a poniard may have cut the jewel case. Really? I mean, yes, I think you've cracked it. So it was a poniard that punched you, Mr. Turner? Yes, it most certainly was. It really hurt. In fact, it still hurts.
Yeesh, what a terrible liar.
It's definitely this dude, bro.
Based on Turner's reaction, it's pretty clear that he's hiding something.
I just wish I'd been able to dig a little deeper.
Nah, you did a great job. At the very least, we learned one thing. Cramorant is the key to solving this case. All that's left is to ask him ourselves.
So we're just gonna go see Cramorant.
Yep, just you wait, Turner. We'll catch you yet.
All right, let's go. I'm not gonna lie, the majority of this recording is just me reading lines for how to string it together. I hope you guys are enjoying it, by the way. This is a lot of reading. Look, Pikachu, it's Cramorant.
Weren't you going to go back to Turner? Didn't make it very far, did you?
You've been resting because you feel too full to walk? Why is Cramorant the only one that feels so unwell? Growlithe and the others were fine.
He must be really overeaten, or he swallowed something his digestive system can't Hey, wait a second.
A missing jewel, and now Cramorant's full belly.
What are you thinking, Pikachu?
I figured it out!
Oh.
A bolt of brilliance!
He did the thing! Oh, he did the thing, bro! He did the thing!
The stolen jewel we seek is right over there.
Over where?
Huh?
Did you figure something out, Pikachu?
Oh yeah, I got it all figured out.
Oh, the last flowchart. Oh man.
I bet you figured it out too, haven't you? Alright, here's a final question. Where did Turner hide the jewel? Once you piece together all the information we gathered so far together, you'll definitely figure it out.
Well, it's easy though.
I'll give you a hint. The jewel was most certainly taken out of the mansion, and the Pokemon was used to do it.
A Pokemon?
Yeah, think about the unique characteristics of each Pokemon in the mansion. Which one of them has the ideal features for hiding the jewel? Easy, you.
Okay.
Cramorant said he could gulp down anything, right? So the jewel is most likely hidden in its belly.
Yeah, you got it. Turner made Cramorant swallow the jewel. And the reason he feels full is because he's still got that jewel in his belly.
Turner didn't have time to retrieve the jewel after the theft, did he?
Nope, I'm positive the jewel is still in Cramorant's belly. Now we have enough evidence to back Turner into a corner.
Oh, that's it, bro. And flowchart should be complete now.
Okay, we got all the proof we need. Now we just have to catch the culprit. Let's go tell Holiday to gather everyone involved in the case. You ready, Tim? Let's do it, bro.
Yeah, let's go. Let's reveal the truth together.
It's time.
This is it. Let's take care of business.
Everyone, thank you for coming.
This sudden conference had better be important.
It is. We've identified the real culprit.
Have you now?
Yes, Mr. Barnes isn't the one who stole the jewel.
Oh. Who did it then?
I'll explain everything from the beginning. Let's start with how the culprit entered the jewel storage room.
There were no signs of forced entry on the door, so the culprit must have used the key. But Growlithe was guarding the key.
No one but my husband or Barnes could have taken the key from Growlithe.
Yes, exactly. So how did they...
I guess it must have been Barnes then.
No, it wasn't. You see, the culprit had a trick up their sleeve for taking the key.
How'd they get the key? Well, oh, there we go. I was wondering what's going on. And then we made Growlithe. No, not sorry. Whoops. They made Growlithe fall asleep. Then they stole the key.
The culprit used sleep powder to make Growlithe fall asleep. And after that, they took the key.
Do you have evidence of that?
Of course. Take a close look at Growlithe's food bowl, Inspector. You'll find traces of Lilligant's sleep powder in it.
Of course. So that's how the culprit got into the jewel storage room.
But they couldn't possibly have cut open that sturdy display case in such a short time.
Yeah, good point.
No. They could have if they had Pokemon accomplices.
Pokemon?
What Pokemon was used? It was you.
The culprit somehow used Whimsicott and Pawniard. And got Pawniard to cut open the case.
What? How is that even possible?
Oh, you're nervous.
We may understand now how the jewel was stolen. But that doesn't necessarily prove that Barnes is innocent.
Actually, I do have proof that Mr. Barnes is innocent.
Our proof is this. There we go.
We discovered this note in a Trubbish's possession.
A note?
The culprit jotted down their whole plan. They wanted to frame Mr. Barnes for the crime.
Then that would mean Barnes is innocent.
So who's the real culprit?
The real culprit is right here with us.
What do you mean?
It means that you, sir, are the culprit.
The thief who stole the Aurora drop. It's... Mr. Turner, you're the culprit.
Who, me? But I'm a victim of this crime. Poniard punched me.
It punched you, huh? Poniard has blades for hands, and I don't see any cuts on you.
If you really think I'm the culprit, then where's the jewel? I don't have it on me, and I haven't set foot outside the mansion.
Where's the jewel? Isn't it obvious? It's with a Pokemon.
What?
Which Pokemon has a jewel? It is you.
Of course you don't have the stolen jewel. You hid it. In Cramorant's belly.
Excuse me? Cramorant may be Turner's partner, but even so...
Where is that Cramorant anyway?
Mr. Turner, you clearly put a lot of thought into your plan. But when we investigated the crime scene, we found a Cramorant feather. And you underestimated Growlith's sense of responsibility. Those two things did you in. Now, please call your Cramorant.
Oh, he's so nervous, bro. There's the dude.
Cramorant.
All right, let me handle this.
Oh, there it is.
There it is! The Aurora drop!
And the key to the storage room, too.
I'm afraid you can't talk your way out of this, Mr. Turner.
I was so close to living the easy life. I shouldn't have teamed up with someone I barely knew.
Who'd you team up with? I'm sure Holiday will look into his accomplice. Right. Let's leave that to the police. Was I wrong this whole time? For us here, the Aurora drop was a symbol of hope. I thought I could bring hope to even more people. That's why I decided to donate it. I never thought it would lead to an incident like this. Maybe I should forget about donating it and just keep it quietly locked up in the house. Goodness gracious, you of all people, do you really think so little of the Aurora drop?
What are you saying, Claudia?
Didn't you tell me yourself? That's what you hoped whoever looked at the Aurora drop would not only see its beauty, but also feel cheered up and encouraged by it. Are you really just gonna give up on that hope because of just because of a bad stroke of bad luck? Wouldn't that be a terrible waste? Don't you agree, Barnes?
Indeed, madam. It's just as you say. Mr. Dennis, your plan to donate the jewels to the people of Rhyme City was most certainly not a mistake. Please believe in yourself and do what you think is best. Claudia, Barnes, forgive me. I think I let myself get too shaken by what happened today. I believe the beauty of the Aurora drop and the people of Rhyme City.
As you should.
Claudia, weren't you against the donation?
Don't misunderstand me. I just don't want to deal with you moping around like this for the rest of our lives, that's all.
I see. Thank you, Claudia.
This incident has forced me to reconsider, shall we say, some of my views. The fabled ducklet Growlith, let's all eat together from now on. It looks like Mr. Dennis and all the others are getting along better now.
Yeah, that about wraps this up.
Ironic, huh? Cramorant swallowed the jewel, and now you've got to swallow the bitter consequences.
Well, there you go.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I caught that earlier. What was that?
Are you alright?
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no.
Don't just stand there. Hurry up and grab it.
Right.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a mind control device. Oh.
How could this be happening?
Oh no. Oh, it's Sanjeev.
Turner! Hold on. I swear I had nothing to do with that.
Why don't we discuss this down at the station?
Dang, bro.
Growlithe, you did a great job.
Hey, Pikachu. Look.
Oh, are you leaving already? See you around. Say, Tim, did you notice Cramorant's back?
Yeah, there was something glowing on it.
I've never seen anything like it. I wonder, maybe Turner didn't know what was going on. Something tells me this is just the beginning.
Later that evening at Tim's apartment.
I'm home.
Tim's back!
Well, you sure are home late.
Good evening.
Oh, and who is this?
My classmate, Rachel.
It's nice to meet you. Is she your girlfriend?
Oh, laying it down.
If only.
Actually, Rachel's here because... Hello, sorry to budge in so suddenly. I was hoping to get some advice from the great detective here. I didn't realize his family was visiting, though. Welcome, Rachel. We didn't mean to startle you. Sophia and I arrived in Rhyme City yesterday. We came to see my brother's award ceremony. Oh, really? And this is probably the first time you've all seen each other in a while. I really hope I'm not in the way. Please, don't worry about it. We'll be in town for a while yet. Make yourself at home. I'll make some tea. My voice is not the best today. I was screaming all week because it was homecoming. Our dorm won, though, so no regrets there. Thank you, really. See, Tim? I told you Irene and Sophia would be interested. Yeah, you're right. I'm glad. So that, guys, is where we're going to leave off for today. I am very tired, and this recording has gone on for a pretty much cumulative 3 hours, so that's where we will call it today. I really hope you guys enjoyed something a little bit different, as we're actually going to dive into more games in the future. So if you're looking forward to that, please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and let me know if you guys are excited for the future games like Sonic Superstars and Mario Wonder. I'm looking forward to that myself, and I'm hoping you guys will be as well. In the meantime, that's enough with Detective Pikachu for today. Let me know if you want to see more, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!